Sorry, I just realized that I had my audio off. God damn it.
Oh no.
Professional streamer.
Right?
Wow.
So I guess take two.
I guess so. Chavez, where can they find you?
Hi, my name is Wolf, otherwise known as Wolfspan1025. You can find me here, Twitch, YouTube, and on Twitter. Like I said before, actually turning my audio off. If you guys miss it here in the live stream, you can catch it on YouTube. I'll be uploading it not long after we are done. Yeah, and I try to make sure that people are aware of when we're doing this. And Mike, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/BlakeDecoder23. I play games sometimes.
Brent is here.
Twitch.tv/ what?
Brent is here.
I am here. Twitch.tv/Zetimus. I don't have any numerals because there's only me. Currently playing Tales of Arise, and it is going really well.
Nice. Luke, where can they find you?
If you can find me, I'll probably call the police. Because basically here. And I don't really play video games, even in my own life. So I'm not really gonna do it for an audience, I guess.
Enthralling!
No, someday.
Yeah, someday. Well, with that very interesting intro, welcome everyone to the Odd Company. We are continuing on from our previous session, and I will leave it with Luke with that.
Thank you very much, Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a sip of my tea here real quick.
Oh, right. Everyone have snacks.
Yes.
I actually
Better have
ate
snacks.
before the stream, so I'm good.
Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah.
All right. Just clean this out. All right. When we last left the Odd Company, Dirk the Holy Warforged Warrior, Tyrion the Dragon-Blooded Viking, and Asilica the Illithid Arcane Chef, the party had recovered what few clues they could from the Cave of Abominations outside Tyrion's village. Among the rubble and oddities, the crew recovered an invoice leading them to the capital city of Kattegat, before torching the place and getting the fuck out of there, that is. The away team collected a few additions to the ship's crew. Tyrion's siblings live in Kark, and bid farewell to the village, tasked with bringing word to the Jarl of the realm on behalf of Chief Vigar. Sending for the Theseus to meet them at the capital, our heroes now find themselves out in the Finnish woodlands. After 4 days in the wilds, a few hundred miles, and perhaps a few camping mishaps, the crew now awakens, well rested, snow drifting lightly off the trees in the early morning light. So you guys have basically, I've just gone ahead and said that you guys are making camp after the incident with the orcs previously. You walked until you were a little more tired and set up shop in a standard place. Go ahead and I can have the lot of you roll me survival checks while I switch over to roll 20 like a good DM.
Survival.
Scrabble!
12.
My character sheet's deciding to load for freaking ages.
15.
Dirk just doesn't care. Sorry, getting there.
1 second, roll 20 is doing a thing where it's not showing me your rolls, and I don't know why.
17. Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
Glorious. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of losing my shit over the fact that Wolf's freaking. It's a pissed off Andy Sandberg. It gets me every time. Well, I don't know why I'm so surprised. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So, Mike, being the being that Silica would be the first one awake as per usual, to go ahead and get the morning's breakfast started. You you kind of come out of your tent and you kind of look out at the morning, and you you see another shrub.
Another one.
Yep.
Wait a
It's,
minute.
he is currently rifling through your cooking supplies again. He seems to be getting out some plates and such from your mess kit.
This time I'm gonna walk over
There we go.
quietly, as to not spook it.
Real loud. There we go. Sorry.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Like, I mean, I'm not really trying to hide from it.
I know,
Say,
but yeah, just go ahead and do it.
13.
All right. Oh yeah. So you notice that as you kind of, not so much like you think to like duck behind a bush at first, but then you're like, wait a minute.
It is a
And
bush.
then and so you kind of like look at it, and like you look at where its like attention is drawn, and you kind of stay outside of what you guess is its blind spot
Mhm.
for a bush. Uh, but you notice that as it's pulling out the utensils and the different cooking implements that you carry, it seems to be setting things up. Like it seems to be like getting things sort of mise en place, if you know your cooking lingo,
Mhm.
um, with all of its accoutrements. And then you notice that like once it gets like all the knives and things like set out and stuff like that, almost to your shock, it goes to like retend the fire. Um, and it goes and puts a couple more twigs on it and stuff. But you know, as you continue to just sort of stand there, it looks like it's almost doing what you were about to do. Like it looks like it's getting breakfast started.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's very strange, but it's not as strange as a lot of other shit he's seen.
Yeah.
So I guess he's just gonna go and start helping, I guess.
Okay. Do you want to roll insight on this bush at all?
Sure.
You can do that if you so choose.
7.
Okay. Yeah. It seems like a helpful little shrub buddy. Um, but as you sort of as you approach this shrub, as it is getting everything set up, um, it notices you approaching it, and then it like takes like 3 cartoony waddles backwards. It seems immediately spooked by you.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna start tending to the fire and start prepping for food.
Okay.
Not really gonna pay it any more mind than I already have.
Okay.
I'll give it if it's looking at him, he'll like look up at it every so often and just kind of give it a confused smile, but a smile nonetheless.
Okay.
I just imagine
Um,
Silica being like, "You're next," just under his breath.
um, yeah.
I just
So
tell
you
him like
sort of
I'm not gonna hurt you.
so you just sort of step in and take over for the shrub.
I mean, if it wants to keep going, I'll let it keep going. I'm just gonna
Well,
do what I'm
he is
gonna do.
yeah, he is immediately backed off, and then as you start to get about working, he sort of fucks off into the bushes. Um, and you begin cooking. What would you like to prepare today?
Let's see what I have. Where the fuck is my?
Have we collected any like foods for him to use like while he's been wandering?
Yeah, for the sake of, just like appropriateness, you've because you and your sister are both very good hunters, and have feats in it. You've been providing sort of whatever kind of game and like kind of wilderness is around. So like any kind of like wilderness hunting sort of rations would be available for you for today's meal. So like if you wanted to make like some rabbit or some fish or something like that, we could just
Could
yeah,
we could we find eggs in like nests?
yes, you could find some eggs. Quail eggs actually would be kind of around here.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
So you just make up some foresty quail eggs.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't really have anything special to. I mean, I guess I have cheese.
Okay. So you just make like a little like wilderness scramble.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about like halfway into your cooking, like as you're like, whipping things up and you're like getting, you got your cheese shredded and stuff. You're about to get ready to put everything on. The bush actually comes back.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the bush comes back and like he kind of waddles up to you. It waddles up towards you. And like it brings
Welcome
like
back.
and it's sort of like it doesn't have hands or anything like that. So like everything it does, like it's sort of like approximating. So like it'll clump up its little branches together. And so like it kind of like reaches down sort of towards like your little cutting board and it like drops down like a bunch of berries and nuts, and a few other like, like wilderness seasonings. There's some mushrooms in there as well.
It's
Um,
going in.
yeah.
I guess we making omelets now, boys.
There you go. But yeah, you make
I'll just be like, oh, thank you.
and then you see, as the morning light sort of trickles in, because you wake up a little bit earlier, as the light trickles in, there's some little flowers that start popping up on the bush, some little white flowers, but you notice these two particular little red clouds for a second of flowers, as you thank the bush, and then it like sort of like tucks them away. And then
You're very interesting.
and you see more of the little red flowers sort of show up all over the bush, and then it just runs off into the forest.
Thank you.
And it says nothing as it is a bush.
Yeah. This place is crazy. Yeah, I'll just work on that until everyone wakes up.
Yep. The rest of your party wakes up. I imagine. Yeah. Dirk, you probably just come out of your automatic rest phase, and Tyrion, you rest kind of early, though not necessarily as early as the less human members of your party.
It's funny.
What's that? What's that smell?
It's blood.
It's lunch.
Lunch. Dirk's just gonna look
smells...
around. That's literally all he's gonna do. Considering he can technically absorb nutrients or whatever, he's not gonna. He's just gonna look around and enjoy the scenery.
I made omelets courtesy of our bush friends.
What the hell is a bush friend?
Did he not see the last one?
I don't know that Tyrion ever saw one.
Oh, well, there's like moving bushes. Could be multiple, could be just the one that's following us. I don't know. It seemed to like want to help me make breakfast, I guess. It was very strange.
Yeah, you remember Asilica the last time it was rifling through your stuff and you came out and said something, it threw stuff at you.
Yeah. I mean, the last time it was hostile, but that might have been my fault. This time it was very helpful, actually.
Yeah, as you walk up to Silica's great works, you smell it. It's got the quail eggs they got a little bit greasier and almost like a gamier kind of smell to them. So they almost smell more like meat than egg. But they and they're of course a little bit darker. But you have the smells of like the mushrooms and stuff, and the cheese is in there and it smells all delicious. You only really get like goat cheese from like the same goat in your village. So like it's it's that greasy camp breakfast goodness.
I guess I'll go down and take the equivalent of a serving. I'm not sure if we... Oh, actually, do I even... I'm going to pull out my plate and just take a full serving. And just, oh, this is good.
Thanks, man.
So, how can we tell kind of how much further we would have until we get to the city?
Yeah, actually, with those previous survival checks, as you're sort of looking out and getting your bearings, you realize you're probably a little more tired after yesterday's combat, because you're kind of looking out to the distance, kind of peering through the trees in the direction you're going, and you think you can actually see some smokestacks, essentially, like some trails of camp smoke or building smoke, something that would indicate like civilization.
So
not probably about another hour or two's march from you.
So God, this is really good. So we gotta go that way a little further. Damn, Silica, these are amazing.
Once again, thanks.
Balasar sort of sidles up to you and like waggles his tail and like he's sniffing at your plate.
I'll give him some off my plate.
He's happily does so. He cleans that plate, gets a little bit bigger of a bite than you actually let him.
Yeah. I just pass him the rest of it anyway. just have it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead here and spend a spell slop and give him another chunk of omelet that has our best friend shield used in it.
Woo.
Huzzah!
Write that down so I actually make sure I have it.
I like that you keep making omelets for Shield. That's a really good touch. I don't know if you guys have seen quail eggs, but they're a little more speckled. So like I imagine that would probably happen, like when the shield goes up.
So what are you calling it now?
I'm not calling it really anything. It's the food that I have infused with it. I'll let you know specifically what it does.
Okay. Well, for now, I'm gonna put it in my notes as omelet of friend shield.
Yes.
I would write quotation marks like whatever spell it is, and then write what food it is.
Yeah. Like omelet and then shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You're looking through your notes like 8 months later, like, what the fuck is an omelet shield?
Guys, Guys, when did we get omelets?
It has this rotted? Do you still
How-
have it by that time?
How big was the moose head cheese wheels that I got?
They
Roughly.
were. I think there were. I think each one was like a pound.
Okay.
I think it might have been a little bigger. I can't remember.
Probably would have used up.
Yeah.
Then.
Put a little moose meat in there.
All right. Well, shall
But yeah, you guys.
start heading to the village or to the town? Tyrion asks everyone.
Well, I don't believe there's much left out here for us. The last thing I want is for us to be attacked by another orc raid.
Fair.
And with that, Liv, who has somehow snuck her way into the group of you guys, sets down her plate.
Oh,
Jesus!
God!
She says, "In that case, I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you guys at the gate."
Here, Liv, actually, I want to give you these first.
Mhm.
I pass her off 10 of the crystal arrows.
She looks at them. She sort of turns them in her hand. They're pretty, but what are they for?
Shooting people.
I'm still figuring that one out myself, but they seem to work better than my regular arrows.
And she sort of like tucks them into her quiver, and she says, "I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Stay safe, brother."
And you.
And she sort of
Liv, don't split the party.
she just sort of snorts and marches off into the bushes, and then like one of the bushes she's about to just walk into sort of like sidles away.
Okay.
The
Well,
bushes are friendly.
I know.
Okay.
And then as she walks off, you can just hear from his own bedroll just snoring and as loud as possible. Just
Dirk. Dirk looks over to Tyrion. I would like to roll a stealth check for what I'm about to do.
I'll help him out with this. 'Cause I want to do something to Kirk as well.
Yeah, so essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger up to, well, I don't have lips, but, you know, up to, like, just quiet. And if you will allow me, I want to sneak over to the tent, and I want to bang, essentially turn my flail upside down and bang on my shield a couple times. May I?
yeah, the two of you exchange this devilish look, and yeah, you can go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage. I'll say because Tyrion is helping
That's
you.
still not great. That's an 11.
Mhm.
I'm a big boy.
Oh,
I have a +1 to stealth, surprisingly enough.
Oh, I can't do that. I am actually gonna add to that one. Like, I know I already did the roll, but as far as like description goes, I'm gonna actually prestidigitation my hands underneath him and make it look like flames are kind of coming up.
Okay. So
Jesus,
you guys,
I wanted to scare him, not traumatize him.
you guys,
He's
you
my
guys
he's
walk-
my older brother. I have all the right to traumatize.
you guys walk up to him, and it's one of those things where it's like you know, Dirk, you like step on a twig as you're walking forward, and he kind of like does the what, and kind of groggily, and like he still doesn't even have time to react. Like you just start pounding on your shield, and Tyrion, you conjure up these flares. He's like, oh
God, fire!
um
Kark, wake
Yeah,
up!
you-
There's a fire. We need help.
You see this Goliath just throw himself out of his tent with no clothes on. He's just running through the bushes as
I
there's
just
like
imagine he does this and I'm sorry.
as you are like creating these illusory flames and the robot is just pounding on his shield. It's like just this loud thunderous clangs.
I just imagine like as he's running away, you just see Tyrion and Dirk just start falling over each other laughing.
So like go ahead and make me a dex check for shits and giggles.
God.
Oh, okay. Just a straight up dex.
I guess save. Yeah.
I would like to roll a deception check to pretend like I didn't do anything.
I not roll anything. I got no problem
22.
falling on this knife.
Oh, buddy. I have an 8. He knows I did some shit.
Asilica, you go to oh jeez. Yeah, Asilica, you see this naked Goliath run out past you through your tent, and he's tripping and stumbling over himself, and he's about to like run right into you in a very awkward and inappropriate fashion. And you just deftly like nope, and you just just juke him, and he like goes and like he's about to fall into like all of your like cooking implements in the fire naked, and you're like in the split second you manage to catch him as well, like by the wrist.
Hey, this is very important business goes on over here. Get a hold of yourself.
He is like doing like the smooth criminal lean like over this shit naked, and you basically just saved all of his bare flesh.
God. Roasted weenies, anyone? You just hear Dirk in the background.
Tyrion picks himself up. Oh, it's nice for you to join us for breakfast.
He's sort of glaring at you. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
I guess just straight charisma.
14.
Yeah, let me roll for him. Oh yeah. He sort of just snorts at you. He's like glaring at you and Dirk, but he said he without really like looking at you, he says, "My apologies, Asilica. Thank you for that." And he takes his plate and he storms off back into his tent.
Oh, button up, Buttercup. Let's eat up and let's go.
Roll me a deck save.
A deck save.
Yep.
10.
You like just barely like dodge as you hear the whirring sound of one of his hand axes fly out of his tent.
Oh, come on.
Bury itself into a tree behind you.
Oh, come on. Take a
Just
joke.
like when you were kids.
I'm going to go over to the hand axe and pull it out of the tree. You ain't getting this back.
Fuck you.
All right, hurry up. Come on, let's go.
Yep. You hear him like cursing as he's like getting like his trousers on. He's like bumping up against the tent and stuff like that. And every once in a while, you just hear him like just stop for a second and then just quietly say, "Oh my god," like through a mouthful of something.
Welcome to the Odd Company.
But you guys, you guys, he gets dressed. He brings out his plate. You guys clean up camp and everything, and you start making your way towards the town.
On the way to the town, I want to check to see if there's any like deer or bigger game that I can get.
I mean, there's always something you can get, much to my dismay. You guess yeah, anyway. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival check just to see how good you do.
13.
13. Um, you don't see any like deer or anything like that. Probably kind of bizarre for them to be this close to the town. You do see some smaller game though. There's still some there are rabbits and things. Um, uh, that are sort of stalking about not stalking that are darting through the bushes.
Right.
So you can manage to wrestle up enough of those for your party.
Oh no, I'm not using these for us.
Ah, gotcha.
How many would you say I would get?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 rabbits. Cool. All right. I'm gonna string them up and I guess
Yeah.
sash them across my waist with everything else.
You can you see Balasar sort of sniff at him every once in a while, but he's hunted with you before. He knows better.
No,
Um,
I kind of pat him down like, no, no, these aren't for eating.
hmm.
We'll get you something when we get in the city.
He sort of trots off. He just
Okay.
starts sniffing about. You guys make your way. Oh God. Sorry, I dropped something. But yeah, you guys make your way through the forest, and as you sort of as you're making your way, you see things sort of start to clear out, and you kind of become more familiar with where you are because you've been to Kattegat before, Tyrion. So, um, you see the trees sort of start to give way towards like farmland, and you actually kind of come out at an awkward angle, so that you have to actually like cross someone's field to get back to the main road.
Sorry.
They're
Sorry.
they're not too worried about it, but they kind of give you the stink eye while they're working in the early morning light. Like some of these guys have already been out here for like 3 hours.
Sorry. Oh God. Sorry. Our bad.
But
Come on, guys. Let's get through this.
um, but you make your way through some through to the main road, and so would you? So Chavez, you probably are you ready to show off Kattegat? Did you want to load that up, or are we gonna forego that today?
We can load it up.
Okay, it's your call.
Yeah, I'll load in. If it will open for me.
Yeah, but you guys are coming from the north, so you kind of make your way. You be coming from the back, the rear gate, which I'm just noticing is not finished.
Sorry, loading up.
That's all good.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
I can now.
I was gonna say for some reason I think my microphone is messing up.
Oh. Well, you definitely got louder.
Yeah.
But while you're trying to load this up, as you guys make your way, you start to see this enormous, mostly circular sort of wall at the end of surrounded by all these fields, and it's mostly like stone and timber. There's a few support beams here and there, but it is very sturdy, and it seems to be obscuring actually the majority of the town. It is at least 3 or 4 stories tall, as it sort of rings this large city. But you can see the obvious signs of civilization coming through. You see, a few people with carts walking along the road to and from the city. It's still kind of early in the morning, so they're kind of sparse. But as you sort of approach this gate, as you kind of get closer to it, you do notice the Liv sort of waiting for you a few paces back. She sort of joins you, rejoins the party. And yeah, you guys approach this large portcullis, which is not currently here.
Does it look like Liv is caught in anything herself? As far as like game?
Let me roll for her real quick. She doesn't seem to have had as much luck on the game front. She found some really good mushrooms. She found some actual like big old morels.
I'll take them.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she didn't seem to be able to catch anything today.
It is winter. Or it is cold out, at least.
It is actually, it's getting just into fall. It just always snows here, basically.
That's fair.
That's not accurate, but
for the
basically, it can always snow here. But yeah, you make your way towards the portcullis, and the portcullis is quite large. Like, this thing could probably fit the Theseus through it. And it is guarded by, a couple, like, I'd say maybe like 4 or 5 guards on this side at least.
Alright, I guess we'll start approaching and trying to find a way to get in.
Yep. As you approach, the guard stops you. He's, just a standard, chain mail and helmet wearing spear bearer. He said, as hold good citizens. What business do you have in Kattegat this morning?
Trading goods. I point to the dead rabbits on my side.
Yep. Have any of you sworn fealty to the Jarl? And he sort of
go for it.
He sort of looks at the gold ring on your arm, your Viking armband, which is the symbol of your allegiance to the Jarl.
Yeah. I gestured to me, Kark, and Liv. We're from atop the mountains. We have been loyal to the Jarl for quite some time now.
Then you will certainly be sad to know he is no longer with us.
What happened?
The Jarl was murdered in his sleep last night.
Last night?
No, excuse me, not last night. That was my bad as the DM.
Duke. Dirk does a silent prayer, as murder is one of the one of the things that goes against the 10 Commandments.
Absolutely.
Under his breath, Basilica's just like, awkward.
Yeah. He said,
Tuesday already?
His body was found 2 days ago. We believe murdered in the night.
Huh. Wasn't us. We weren't here.
God damn it.
The guard just sort of snorts. Just roll me a just a charisma check.
Why would you even say that out loud?
It's
What's
a
wrong with you?
6.
Yeah.
Do these
He-
do they speak common?
They are speaking common, yes.
Okay, 1 second. I hear him say that, and I immediately, like, not backhand, but it's one of those where it's like if I'm standing next to him, I plant the back of my hand a little forcefully into his chest.
Please forgive my friend. He does not know tact.
No, I
I'm
know
sorry
hunting.
for your loss.
But anyway, do what you were gonna do as far as punishment goes.
The guard just sort of raises his eyebrow at you, Dirk. He says, "Very interesting set of armor you have, sir. Anyway, you best keep that kind of humor to yourself. The town is not. Oh, many of our people are worried. Anyway, you can go ahead and see yourself in. I'm going to need to take your weapons of war. Standard affair: bows, swords, axes not for chopping wood."
Goodbye, friends. He's taking me away. I am a fucking. Anyway,
Not for chopping. I use this for everything. So how do you want to do this?
If it's a pole arm axe, then yeah, he will take that. Your hand axes are fine, but yeah, basically anything that is specifically made for war, like even if you do use it for chopping wood, he's got to take it.
How big is this man compared to me?
oh fuck. Dude.
He is a Goliath. He stands about 7 foot tall.
So I'm eye to eye
and-
with him.
Yeah. And you would also know that these are the standard laws of Kattegat. You're
Yeah.
allowed to bring weapons in, but you're specifically not allowed to bring war weapons in. It's kind of like a leave your guns at the door thing.
Tyrion, just give him your weapons.
Fine, I'll pass him. I'll pass him my axe and what else did you say? Like bows as well.
Yeah, bows. Even though they're for hunting, they're basically the closest thing to guns in this world.
Okay, yeah, I'll pass him. I'll pass him my bows.
And you would know, and I actually think the three of you would know this. Actually, this is pretty common affair for your world. If you're going into a big city with like important people, they will typically do some kind of weapon check.
What about daggers?
Daggers are fine.
Okay.
What about my question actually stands. What about me?
No, you're fine. He just thinks you're a big old suit of armor.
Yes, only a suit of armor. I'm assuming my
I'm going to
flail.
have to ask you to take that off, sir.
You know, it's funny you say that. I have integrated protection, so only I could.
Yeah, and only once per day.
Is that
You
the
have
caveat to that?
you have to do it on a longer short rest, right?
I'll look into that, but joking aside, I don't have to give up my shield, right?
No, you don't have to give up your shield.
Okay, I will comply and give up oh fuck. Okay, so I have one more question. I'm not exactly lying when I say this, but I still think it would be a deception. I want to hide the Rod of Lordly Might amongst my possessions. Because like I don't know if he knows what it is or that it could be a weapon.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a deception.
Unless you think another roll would be better.
I mean,
Go ahead and roll. I'll
isn't
say
it
a
basically
deception or a sleight of hand.
isn't it basically like a staff?
It is a staff, but
yeah.
I'll say
don't-
go ahead and roll me a deception check just for this, just to see,
Fuck me.
just because I'm not sure. Oh.
When
oh,
sevens aren't lucky.
that's okay. He rolled significantly worse.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, these guys don't know anything about magic.
Well-
So as far as he's concerned, it's just a rod, and you are kind of like in holy attire, so it maybe kind of makes sense for you.
Fair enough.
What about
Um,
javelins?
Javelins are a type of spear, and yes, they are for war, unfortunately.
All right, I leave my spear and my javelin behind as well.
Yeah. And the other thing too is that they actually do sell weapons in the city, but they sort of add it to your check.
Okay.
I swear to God, this is actually a real thing. Like they used to have like yield lockers and stuff, essentially.
Yeah.
Welcome to ye old footlocker.
Damn it. I feel so naked.
Yeah, but again, this is common practice. You and your siblings would have done this every time you've come here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hand over your weapons and you make your way inside. And the first thing you guys notice, like especially like for those of you who have been around castles and such like that, or any kind of town, the portcullis of this wall is massive. Like it's almost like walking into a tunnel more than walking into a doorway. It has several gates, which are all made out of heavy iron, and they're all raised right now, but you know they're kind of dangling above you. And you notice that once you reach the other side, that there's actually a second wall on the inside that is shorter than the first wall. So it seems like there's this massive gap between the two that you could probably fit like another building inside. But as you make your way in, it's very much in the same style as Tyrion's village. But
I got a bunch of the map. Well, do this.
It's very much in the same kind of style. It's got similar materials and such. As you make your way in, there's a sort of there's a produce market immediately next to the gate, with a little bit of a fountain leading to. This sort of seems to be like one of the shopping centers of the area, and that's where a lot of people are right now. Basilica, you know all about early morning produce markets. It's probably the worst time to shop. The best time to get stuff, because that's when they have the good stuff. No one's taken it yet, but it's also the most crowded. People want to get their groceries. As you make your way in, you notice off to the left of the gate, there's a building that really stands out amongst the rest. It's very red and very shoddily made. You recognize the
do you want me to give a description?
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
All right, so what you're gonna see when you come inside, there's a lot of timber, like a lot of big, like full-on oak logs that are holding this building up. You got red banisters kind of draped over this top. You've got what look to be like bone, or the equivalent of like giant, massive tusk type things, centered on each one of these posts. These two massive ones held up in the center. Actually, if you guys want to pull up my stream, you can see what I'm talking about. There's red, like a tent topper type thing, a red one that spans across end to end. And there's a gravel cobblestone like wall kind of thing that goes from end to end with the open gap, like an entrance.
And every once in a while, you notice the occasional giant bat fly in or out of the top of this building, and you notice the classic logo of the Fedorks and Kenku's outpost on a lopsided sign. But yeah, right now, the city seems kind of really, it's quieter than usual, and you see a lot of guards milling about. Like it seems like everyone's sort of a buzz about the the Jarls passing. And people people see, your, oh, excuse me. People see your mixed group sort of walk into town, and they, some of them kind of smile and nod. Most of them just sort of keep away. This town actually, surprisingly, it has a good mix of Goliaths and humans, peppered with a few dwarves here and there. So it's not completely unmixed, but you guys are definitely some of the weirder, you know, the robot, the dragon, and an elf. There are pretty much no elves here.
There still isn't.
Yes, but I'm assuming you look like an elf.
Yes.
That took me a second. Just they're not expecting an elf. I'm not. Wait.
It's all a lie.
What were you expecting? Squid?
Just a Goliath just a dwarf walks by. Damn dirty elf, and you just this like where?
You're just like, hey, that's racist. Asshole.
It's a good thing there are no elves here to offend. You'd be in trouble.
Dirt midget.
So that guard said that the Jarl had died 2 days ago. So then, who would he be talking to?
I assume there's somebody who would take up leadership responsibilities until they find a new one.
Possibly if the Jarl had an advisor.
Perhaps that.
Would I know who the advisor would have been?
Or at least
Go
second in
ahead.
command.
Go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage.
History with my negative. Wow, 18.
18. Yeah, you would actually know that Jarl Ivar, before he passed, his trusted, his right-hand man, was a dwarf, housecarl named Grothgir. And he's likely, provided he's still alive, he's likely a person that you'd want to talk to.
Sorry, one second. I'm writing down notes.
Yeah.
You said he's a dwarf?
Yeah, his name is Grothgir. It's Grutthgir. Grothgir Steelhands.
Can't wait to meet him.
Are his hands actually steel?
No, his steel is actually hands.
Oh God.
Sword made of hands.
Oh
Hand
no.
blade.
Edward
That
Finger
comes in
Hands of
handiness.
Dwarves.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Sorry,
I don't
Edward
like this world
Scissorhands
we're
of
creating.
Dwarves. Alright, are there any... Well, I asked probably the nearest guard. Or... Can you... Just out to really any of the closest guards. Can anyone point us to Grothgir?
Yeah, you see, you see, you just grab one of the nearest guards and you just kind of flag him down. And he says, "You wish to speak to the house guard? He's very busy today. Getting an audience would be difficult, but he would be at the Jarl's longhouse up in the mead hall."
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Well,
Don't cause any trouble, citizen.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk to the Jarl's house. Or to the longhouse.
Yep. So you guys make your way through the hustle and the bustle, and you make your way into the thing about the Jarl's the mead hall is that it's basically always open to the public. Like, they might not necessarily talk to you and they might send you away, but you can pretty much always walk in, even if you're just some regular Joe off the street. So yeah, you can make your way there, no problem.
Yeah.
You can describe this building as you see fit as well.
Let me get over to it so I can remember what. So, I mean, do you guys really need a description of what a longhouse is?
Played Skyrim.
It's a very large mead hall. You see a large, like a long fire pit that just runs down the center of this building, for both heat and light, as well as food. And you see me fall out of the rafters. You see it kind of flanked on either side by two long tables, like kind of like those what are they called? The live edge tables, like when it's basically just a log cut down. Like they basically just have those on either side. There are a few people milling here about, and you see a few servants sort of sweeping and cleaning and things like that. You see a couple of the thanes enjoying a breakfast of their own, and yes, some of them are even drinking mead at this hour, as a Viking do. But yeah, you do see seated at the in the Jarl's seat, at the sort of the head of the mead hall. You see a dwarven gentleman. He's got kind of the both sides of his head are shaved, and then like his mohawk is just made out of braids. And those are just kind of wrapped together in a ponytail. He's covered in all kinds of dwarven tattoos. You see a few giant insignias on him, and you see he is just literally sitting in this seat, with kind of one hand on his head, looking down, and he's just visibly stressed.
You see, sorry, I'm gonna approach him as best I can.
Yeah. You would know that for seeking an audience, yeah, you'd probably just want to like stand probably a few feet back from him as you address, the man in charge. But yeah, you can basically just walk up to his throne.
Gruthgear, you seem to be settling in.
Who is this that calls upon me and makes light of our dire circumstances?
What did that dude say, man? Come on.
Is he speaking
Good
common
God,
or is he
I think
speaking in?
What were you, I'm assuming you were speaking common.
As best I could, yeah.
Yeah, then he would be speaking common back.
Okay.
These guys, the people of the city, their common's a little more fluent.
I again nudge. What is it? Nudge Tyrion and just say, tact. But kind of like an aggressive whisper.
I gestured
Come on,
to
man, even Fuzz would be more respectable than that.
I gestured to me, Kark, and Liv. We're from up the mountain. We're part of the Vemilaga clan.
You see this dwarf. He's older. Like, he looks to be like about in his like probably his 50s or 60s, but just made of muscle. So for a dwarf, he's probably like at least 300. I think that's how dwarf. I think they live like a really long time. But yeah, he sort of doesn't seem to be taking as much heed to your words as he sort of gets up from his throne and just strolls right over to Dirk and just starts looking at him like he's clearly never seen anything like you before. It's like, that is very sophisticated armor. And he starts saying a few things in Dwarvish, which I'm assuming none of you understand.
Let me actually. I want to say I don't understand Dwarvish, but I'm gonna double check anyway.
Not as a language, but dwarves and giants share the same letters.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice. You wouldn't really pick up on anything that's spoken.
And
from this
confirm,
guy.
do not.
Yeah.
I will take the pose of, I don't know, fucking T pose.
T pose. Yeah, as you do so, uh, he sort of snorts and he says, he grabs your arm and he sort of starts inspecting it. He's like, "Hey, you're not a man, are you?"
Nor will I claim to be. I wear this armor is as much me as I am it.
I knew it. Gnomish?
Indeed.
Ah, too bad. He sort of claps you on the shoulder. But fine craftsmanship, nonetheless. Where do you come from, friend?
I hail from Mecca, the Holy Land.
Their
I've
holy
heard of
land.
Yes, I've heard of the people of your holy land and your one strange god.
I look over at Tyrion, look back, and I will correct myself.
My Holy Land.
Well, young Master Vemilaga, why do you bring this holy robot to me?
Something big is going on, and we need help. And I pull the oh crap, the hell they call it again, the hyena things that we, or I'm
Yeah,
going
what?
off hyena. I don't know what they actually are. Just closing at the.
Well,
I
there's
pull a knoll
there's
head
the
from my
knoll.
back.
Yep, that's them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't know if you gave it another name.
Yeah, you guys would know them as at least partially Knoll, the Knoll skeletons.
I just couldn't think of what they were called, but I pull the knoll head with the one antler off my back and place it on the table.
What witchcraft is this? I've never seen such a beast.
There's more of them. We grabbed this from the mountain.
Is that why you've come to me? More legends about monsters roaming in the north.
I pull the giant orc head from my back and place that on the table, amongst other things.
That's a big one.
That's a big boy.
We came across this on our way here. This we intercepted paths, or however I would. We came across it as we were forging our way here. This and its own pack.
He looks to you and he's like, all right, Tyrion. Tell me what you've come all this way to tell the Jarl about. And I'll say, for the sake of brevity, you go ahead and fill him in on all of the strange things that have happened in the woods. Is there anything that you want to make specific mention of or leave out?
The goddamn cave. I am putting as much emphasis on this cave as possible.
You tell him everything about the cave, the gold, the bear, the you tell him about Stormfroke.
Not so much about Stormfroke himself, but that they were experimenting on things that blew up the cave in a way. Like there was something in there, but I'm not telling him exactly it was Stormfroke.
Okay.
And I would like to push the urgency of sending some paladins up to go look at the gold pile that's up there for Religious sakes.
Yeah, being both a Viking and a dwarf himself, he takes particular interest at a small hoard of gold, and he nods knowingly. Go ahead and just for the sake of it, you guys can all. I'm assuming you guys are helping, filling in here and there as needed.
Nah, he's got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Sure. Persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Go
no.
ahead
He would
and
roll. He would roll. Sorry.
you
I'm
can.
aiding.
Yeah, Tyrion, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Wow.
It's a good thing he helps because it's the same roll now. Let me roll for him.
Persuasion is not one of my strong suits.
I
He's-
persuade with an X.
Yes,
he
actually.
sort of looks up to you, Tyrion. He's only about like 4'5".
So
but
he's like waist to stomach height on me.
yeah, but he, again, like he's a big old stocky dwarf. Like this guy, for a fact, like you've heard the stories of this man. He's seen combat and walked away countless times. And so yeah, he walks up to you and he sort of reaches up and sort of grabs your arm ring, and he says, "And you swear by the old jarl that what you say is true."
Without a doubt. Unless there's magic up there that... Unless there's magic up there that did it... That made all of us, including my crew members that aren't here, to envision all this.
He lets go of you and he walks back over to the throne and just, this is not the news we needed. It's great.
I'm gonna grab the orc head and strap it to my back again. He can keep the Null's head.
Well, unfortunately, my young friends, this is just one of many problems that has befallen Kattegat lately. The brother of Jarl Ivor. Shit, pull up my notes again. He is asking for the blood price and the murderer of his brother to be named. It's quite gruesome, since we don't exactly think it was a human that killed him.
What we found up on the mountain, this, and I point to the Null head. What made this could be behind this attack.
Perhaps. Nonetheless, Sigurd the Unbound has claimed that if we do not bring the murder of his brother to him to Blood Eagle, he will attack the city. And unfortunately, Sigurd possesses a great army of unknown number, humans and dwarves living together under a mountain. It's brilliant, but very unfortunate for us. We have no idea how many ships or men he has, but he seems insistent, to say the least.
Would I know what mountain he's referring to?
Roll me a history check.
11.
Unfortunately, you don't know what mountain specifically. You've heard of Seer the Unbound. He's
God damn it. Hang on 1 second.
yeah, of course.
Wow. Just like the Unexpectables. There's a cat invading.
Is it Leia? I bet it's Leia.
I'm not sure if that was his cat.
Oh, I thought I heard meowing. 1 so far.
Yeah. Dirk, you can roll a history check as well if you'd like.
I will do that.
I'm back.
Okay. I'm rolling a history check, apparently.
Getting on this too. Yeah. No.
Fuck off.
You have no idea. But yeah, you've
I
heard.
am ignorant to this.
Yeah.
There's a little corner
Tyrion,
over there.
Tyrion, you know for a fact that there actually are, especially up here in the north, there are several unmapped, like unmarked, dwarven cities. A lot of like the very like gold hungry dwarves tend to flee up to the north so they can hide. And so it's not it's well known that they exist, but no one really knows how many or how well connected they are, or in some cases even what mountains they are in. There are a few of the well-known ones, but you actually don't. The only thing that you know about Seeger is that he lives somewhere in the neighboring hold, the neighboring realm to yours.
Okay.
So it probably wouldn't be difficult for him to get here like pretty quickly with an army.
Would there be a way? Sorry, in character. Is there a way that we can speak with Sigurd? We might be able to persuade him that it was not of our hands that the Jarl was taken.
Well, unfortunately, he's not interested in reason right now. He doesn't care that most of the city had nothing to do with his brother's demise. He wants revenge. He is called the Unbound because he is mad. He has been blessed by Odin to release his mind in battle when he needs. It makes him unstable.
But he's taking revenge on a city that had nothing to do with the death.
Aye.
If it points to them, then it's what's creating these things.
Is there any way you can prove this besides what you've shown me today?
How close is our ship?
You don't know.
God damn it. Not until the rest of our crew arrive.
Well, there are a few other strange details we haven't told most people. But I warn you, Tyrion, if I share with these things to you and your party, you must be sworn to secrecy.
So be it.
Yeah.
I
Thankfully,
just slowly gesture to Basilica and Mac, like, we might have a few bigger secrets, but we won't tell him that.
Wait, you said Mac?
Or not Mac, Dirk.
Dirk?
Sorry, Dirk and
Okay.
Basilica.
he sighs. He says, "Come with me."
We'll follow.
And as you follow him into, he walks into the Jarl's room, behind the throne. And as you walk in there, the first thing you notice is that on the wall, written in what appears to be dried blood, you see a message in characters that I'm pretty sure you, Tyrion, don't recognize. Do any of you speak Abyssal?
Wouldn't Basilica?
No, I don't think I do.
No, you speak Qualt, don't you? Deep speech?
Quailith.
No,
Quailith.
I do not speak Abyssal.
Yeah,
No,
it's unfortunate.
I do not speak that abominable language.
Yeah, it actually you would recognize it immediately that that's what it was, Dirk, but you don't speak it. This looks like very demonic writing
Uh,
on the wall.
Dirk looks at it, and his eyes immediately shift to a deep red.
Do you speak it to Kirk or Liv, or primarily Liv? But do either of them recognize it?
They nod, they nod their heads simultaneously. Kark is just looking at this puzzled, like this very. It looks a lot like the Oblivion script from the Elder Scrolls. If you ever played like Morrowind, it's like just very angular, mean-looking letters. Um, but if you but as Liv sort of steps past you guys, she looks over at the bed and she, without saying anything, she just kind of lets in a small, and she just sort of closes her eyes and turns away, and she just sort of walks away. She's not like shaken. She's a tough lady, but she's not. She just walks away, just kind of slowly shaking her head.
Liv.
Uh, and as you guys go over and look at towards the bed, you see the body of a large human man, and he's laying in basically a pool of his own blood. He's been sort of like wrapped up and like to be kept, um, but he is he seems to be laying there on the bed, and as you look down, you know how like when you get canned olives, there's like the one side of the olive that has a circular hole, and then the other side that has like an X in it from the press.
Mm-hmm.
This man's face looks like it has the X in it. Like it looks like something has been slammed into the front of him and left this impression. And it is horrific looking.
Jesus. Um. What the hell happened? Speaking to oh crap.
I'm gonna ritual
Right
cast
there.
detect magic.
Yeah. You will go ahead and wait for that time to lapse. As you spend the 10 minutes kind of muttering to yourself. Um, the already. Yeah. Gruthgear kind of looks towards you, Tyrion, and he says, "We have no idea. If we had to guess, someone mutilated the Jarl in his sleep. His wife was very distraught. She woke up in his blood. She says she doesn't know anything, but she woke up, he was dead, and there was that writing on the wall."
Is there anything like missing from the body? Like anything visually missing, like an arm or a leg or anything like that?
Yeah, anyone who is interested, you can roll me an investigation check or a medicine of your choice.
I was gonna do that after I had.
Oh,
Medicine's actually better. God damn it, 4.
actually,
Medicine.
I'm gonna retract that. I am stuck on the devil script until someone actually like pulls me out of it.
Okay. Yeah, Dirk, as you're kind of like studying this devil script, you don't really, I mean, it's clearly evil, but like, as in someone probably wrote something bad. It's probably not inherently evil. Um,
Okay.
Tyrion, yeah, you notice that there's something really important missing from this Jarl. He
Oh my
seems to
god,
have
his
lost
dick. Where's his dick?
don't,
Bad.
Sorry.
but he seems to have lost his life.
Oh man, who would have thought killing someone makes them lose their life?
So, this man has no living soul.
Yes, we think that is the case. You see that his
Silica just like, oh, yeah, that's how death works.
but Gruthgear looks to the lot of you. He says, as you're well aware, he was murdered in his sleep, not in battle, so Odin cannot claim his soul, unfortunately. And we fear that because of the extremeness of his death, Lady Freya might not welcome him into into her fields either. That means that his soul is likely to either drift down to Helheim or wander the material plane, lost and unavenged. We understand the pain that his brother is going through right now when we had to deliver the news, but we have little answers.
You ain't gonna get him here. Sorry. I'm gonna look up at Dirk. Do you get anything from this? Anything
From
at
the
all?
body?
Or I'm gonna assume you're still staring at the words up on the wall.
It's like they're trying to tell me something.
He kind of snaps out of the trance that he was in and just looks over to you.
I'm sorry, what?
Do the words mean something to you?
I recognize the language. I do not recognize, or I cannot read what it says. But if Abyssal is involved, it cannot be good.
What do you get from
And
the
then he'll-
body?
I'll go over to the body and I will. Would I be able to use maybe religion over investigation, or is this purely investigation?
What are you trying to achieve?
I am trying. So you said what was the killing blow? Like what does it look like that killed him to start with?
I mean, at a glance, it looks like the big X in his face. Like,
Okay.
It looks like something hit him really hard and like crushed a good chunk of his face in the process.
Then I will try to determine what that may have been. Investigation, go! Fuck!
That must have hurt.
Doesn't look like any weapon that you're familiar with. You're trying to look around the room. The problem is it would take something like really odd and really sharp. And you're not seeing anything that you can't think of anything that would like fit the bill quite.
It was a
Silica,
strange weapon that did this. That is all I know. That is all I can glean from this.
Silica, what are you doing?
Ritual casting.
Oh yeah, right.
Ritual casting, finger popping.
Ritual cast, finger pop. Yeah, I'll say as you guys have been sort of looking over the body, and Grothgear kind of warns against you. He says, "Please, stranger, you do not know our ways. Please be careful with his body."
Is he speaking to you, me?
Yes.
Oh. He looks over.
I do not take the desecration of bodies so lightly.
And he'll just look down.
I will not meddle where I am not wanted.
He sort of
Or-
nods knowingly.
Yeah. I'll be looking at the body, but I'll just out of respect, I will take a step back.
Of course. He Yeah, you kind of get enough of that. Asilica, as you finish ritual casting here, you're not detecting a lot in the way of magic, and it's actually kind of odd. You'd think that like a bustling, city, would have a few more things like that, especially here, like, but not even like the lamps are magical. Like, um, the Jarl has like one magic ring on his finger, and it seems kind of he seems kind of innocuous to you. Um,
There's nothing, no trace elements of magic coming off the wound at all.
no, not at all. But as you're investigating, you actually know exactly what would make that wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks kind of like the wound that you would leave if you were if you were cruel enough to go at someone from the face, which is not typically a smart move because that's not usually like the softer part of the skull. So whoever did this really wanted it to hurt.
So I'm gonna look inside the skull and see if the brain's been completely removed.
There's not a shred of gray matter.
Mm. Yep. Figures.
Silica, you getting anything?
Yeah, I look over to Asilica and I'll ask the same thing.
Going telepathy.
It's mind flayers, guys. It's the only one who can make this type of wound. But they don't usually go for the front of the head. So this is odd. We know who did it.
This is probably, oh crap, what was her name? The one chick we fought up in the mountain. This is probably tie us back to the mountain then. Or to that goddamn cave. Priscilla.
I'm assuming you're saying that in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just the only one who has the voice ready.
No, that's fine.
Oh, hang on. Okay, here, let me try to improvise.
I understand.
Yeah, you have to take the effect off for Dirk.
Yeah, I take off the Skeletor. You get my actual voice.
Here. It's probably the damn mountain again.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
fuck you.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of hot.
I'm still tweaking it to make it actually sound the way I want, but that's the closest I got right now.
That was
Voice
like
mod
that was
doesn't
like
work for me.
that was like almost Archov.
Monty.
But yeah, you guys
I'll look up at Gruthgear. This looks like this. We came across something like this up in the mountain as well. We may know what's causing it.
so it is one of your monsters. You were telling the truth.
Unfortunately. What do you want to do about it?
He sort of leads you guys back out to the main hall. and he looks you straight in the eye. He says, "I'm not entirely sure why Tyrannis is Vemilaga, but I feel I can trust you. Might have something to do with the nat 20 I rolled. I'm not sure, but is this creature something you can capture? Can you bring this back to us?"
We've tried before. And it slipped. All I can tell you is that we can try. We may need better equipment.
Do you know what it is?
I'm gonna look over at Basilica.
Yes. We probably shouldn't really say much, guys, about this.
Derek is staying quiet.
As
We
far-
have a we have a feeling we might know what it is, but we can't really say for sure until we.
Yeah, go ahead and roll deception.
Fuck. God damn it.
It's okay. You're not gonna fucking believe me. Like, I can take a picture of it. He got a nat 1.
Wow. Well, I beat him with a 5.
I believe everything you are telling me currently. Also, I changed to Russian.
I'm not inclined to ask for aid from elves. I hope you can understand. But
That's racist.
he sort of snorts. You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Coming, ooh.
I'm still here helping, dude.
Coming
He
from
says
someone
something.
who stands half as tall as the rest of the village, he has done
Oh.
more to help out in this cause than what we've seen over the last day or so.
However, it does seem that a lot of you know what you're talking about, and you were already on your way before you knew about this, I take it. So, I would like you to try and apprehend this beast. I will stall for time from Seeger as much as I can, but if you can bring it back here, you might prevent an all-out war in our homeland. Our people cannot afford a civil war, Tyrion. You know this.
True.
We are stronger together.
It would be an end game for their entire culture.
We'll do what needs to be done. Keep the head for Sigurd.
Right. Maybe I can, he sort of turns it over in his hand. Convince him.
If anything else, it'll help. It might help buy time.
Very well. Is there anything I can do for you, my friends?
Crap. Is there anything that he can do for us right now?
I don't know, is there?
Derek has everything he needs.
I mean, I just need to actually go and pick up the few supplies, but other than that, I got everything. And my goddamn weapons.
I would
Yeah,
like
exactly.
to peruse your finest wines, sir.
Tyrion, you do remember that there was something that you needed to do. There was permission you needed to get from the Jarl. That's why you came here.
Right.
You know what? Dirk will ask them for religious texts to learn of their culture.
I'm also going to
He's-
write down that abyssal stuff.
Yeah. He
Smart move.
he is not above he's not above learning someone else's culture. It's a sign of respect.
Nice.
I'm gonna turn back to. I don't think I'm ever gonna remember how to pronounce this guy's name. Gruthgar.
Gruthgear.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna look down to Gruthgear. I need your permission to create our own fleet to go after. To create our own fleet to go after what terrorizes our lands.
You need warriors. I don't know that I can spare any for you.
Any would help. If not that, then equipment for our ship.
Well, I see you go a Viking with your family, so you agree to do this for us, and I will let you take as many of the Jarl's men as you see fit, who agree to your cause. If you manage to slay the beast, stop this war with Seeker, I could see about maybe asking a few men for you. Politely.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. As for holy texts, there are not many, but you might find something at the temple.
I was half expecting. We do not read here.
It's not our favorite pastime. Many of us do not know how.
Dirk, I know where the temples are. I can show you where they're at.
Verily.
Mind the men who worship the Azir. They can be strange.
Very.
I look over to Grothgear and I just go,
Strange is something I can live with.
Well, many of them do not take kindly to other worshippers of other gods.
well then.
But
I will accompany him in regards to this.
But, take comfort in the fact that we only sacrifice the willing. And he claps you on the shoulder, or I guess on the side.
Well, thank you. We will return when we have more for you. And Tyrion will turn and do a quick nod, turn and start leaving the longhouse.
He nods to you. He says, "Go. May the gods of craft pave a way for you." And I think that's a good place for us to take a break, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
All right.
No, absolutely not.
You guys suck. I hate you. Leaves.
Fuck you all.
Fuck
I
you
will
guys.
be
Dirk
right
falls
back. I
over,
really
deactivates, and fucking explodes like a nuke. Everyone's dead. The end.
Dirk falls, everyone dies.
No, I levitate. I don't take earth damage.
Levitation won't help when the roof comes down on you. Believe me, it'll act as an anchor. If anything, I think it would hurt you even more. I am actually going to take just a quick trip to the store, to the gas station. You guys already know where the gas station is from where I am, so
Yeah.
shouldn't even take me 3 minutes.
Okay.
But I also got.
It will take you more than 3 minutes.
Sorry.
It will probably take you more than 3 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. It won't take me too long.
Well,
I
then
know
hustle.
I'm literally going.
I'm just being a shit.
I know. Oh, I thought you said. I thought you asked, "Do you want me to go with?" I was gonna say, "Sure."
Ew.
Fuck you.
Let's pull up chat. Okay. Garrett, thank you for hosting. As exciting as this is right now. So, Zenith, you had asked, and I did right in here. We are seeing at level 3 as of right now. Yeah. That's kind of it. Level 3. I'm multi-classing, so I'm only level 2 barbarian, level 1 sorcerer. Mike Asilica is wizard. Is that what you're classified as?
Yeah.
Necromancer.
And I'm gonna have to turn you up because I could barely hear what you're saying.
Luke said what we were at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I'm just filling in the people who are coming in later.
Oh.
Yeah. So long and short of it, Asilica is our magic chef, also known as the Snackermancer. It's a homebrew class. I'm not going to speak for Mike.
It's work in progress.
Yeah,
it's a work in progress.
and
I infuse food with magic that my allies can eat and cast my magic with my spell modifiers.
Yep.
it's come in quite handy in several of the fights that we've gone through.
Sorry, I'm getting my shoes on. And I am Dirk, brother Dirk Dangus. Yes, Dangus. Brother. I am a. What was the biggest class of construct or warforged?
Dude.
Was
I
it
don't know.
Colossus? It was something like that. But anyway, I am a paladin of redemption.
Right. And he has redeemed himself.
Nope.
Mm,
I'm on a butt. I am making a strong case for myself. Put it that way.
Fair enough.
Okay. I will spoil this for you guys right now. There is an event that needs to take place before Dirk will consider himself redeemed. Like, it doesn't matter who says he is, unless it is his god. He will never feel fully redeemed.
Ah, so the Taco Bell incident. Okay.
I mean, hang on. Where did my can go?
I looked at that little chihuahua fuck and I said, he's got to go. You haven't seen him in 10 years. Now you know why.
Oh God.
I quiero Taco Bell.
Jesus.
Oh man, why am I playing a good character? Holy shit.
I don't know. I also don't.
somewhere in the world, there was one person at a Taco Bell who they're regulars. They go there often, but this time it just didn't taste quite right.
Something was a little off. It was I don't know, it felt kind of small in comparison.
Just, I bit into my taco and I just got the shakes. Is that Chihuahua? Lord. Sorry, I can't find my other shoe.
You bit into the taco and you suddenly felt the feeling of I can't hold my bladder anymore.
Oh no.
So Mike, have you been doing anything fun recently?
In terms of what?
I don't know, just in general. Trying to keep viewers so they don't just like leave like they did last time.
Why the fuck would we want to do that?
What is this? Twitch? Oh wait.
Right?
Yeah. Oh. Oops.
What does this look like? Entertainment. Oh right.
Sorry, guys, it's the format. We play 2 hours of D&D. We take a break.
Yeah, it's the break in between that I noticed that there are several people who just kind of lull away.
And
won't-
we can get
won't
back
come
to it with
yeah.
we can get back to it in just a.
Oh no,
just a
I
few
don't mean
minutes.
us. I mean like as far as like viewers go, like we're sitting at 7 right now, but then at some point, if we don't stay somewhat entertained during a break, people will just kind of leave and not come back.
Well, I leave
Well,
that to you. I'll be right back.
We probably wouldn't keep many viewers other than people who know us because we don't have much in terms of production value,
Very true.
as other people might have.
I wasn't planning on anyone seeing this campaign. Like, you literally sprung this on me last time.
I told you guys
Yeah,
that I was doing
asshole.
it for that you can so I can make sure I had a way of you getting to the thing. This is the only way I could do it without it taking up, space on my
I thought you were,
computer.
I thought you were recording it on YouTube. I didn't realize you were playing it live on Twitch.
No, because YouTube won't let me do that because I don't have the viewership on YouTube to live stream.
Yeah, no, I guess I didn't understand it. It is more accurate then. But yeah, I had no intentions of this campaign seeing the light of day.
Ah,
Oof. Big oof.
But that's okay. We don't always ask to be famous.
fair enough. All right,
But
chat.
I
With that,
appreciate you guys.
no, go for it.
I was just gonna say, but I do appreciate you guys watching and enjoying, if you so choose. And I do appreciate your continued support
As
for
we
the
all.
second time.
All right, chat. If anyone's actually watching, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm pretty sure I got a few people that are just lurking.
We love you, lurkers.
Thanks.
Stretch your waters, get some legs.
Thank you, Blake. Doc, are you still there? Garrett, I know you're there. Your presence has been known. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for doing all that for me. So yeah, like what Luke had said, like the intention for me streaming this was to make sure that Luke does have a way to access this. He doesn't have a computer that he could record stuff onto as of yet. So up until recently, I was recording the screen on my computer, and some of our sessions were taking up a lot of space, and I can't keep doing that to my hard drives. So what I've been doing is I'll live stream it through Twitch. I'll turn off all my notifications so I don't get in trouble for noises that shouldn't be there, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then that way Luke can rewatch it when he wants, without me having to find a way to send it to him through like email or anything like that. So you're able to do it like once, and then ever since then, my email is like, no, it's too big of a file. You can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I kind of like to go and take like retroactive notes. I'm usually really good at like absorbing a lot of information just from like just listening. But I'm really bad and as a consequence, I'm really bad at taking notes physically. So like writing or typing. But I got through like a lot of like high school and some of my college classes. Just by doing what I normally do, just watching something through all the way once, or like recording something, like if someone's giving a lecture or something, and just going back and retroactively taking notes from the second time. It's just a really effective method for me. So helps me, stay accurate, because like I get the gist of things a lot, but I'm really bad with fine details like dates and names. Addresses.
I feel it. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. Well, we're still on break.
But You still there, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think you'd left. I knew you'll always be there for me.
Huh?
I knew you'll always be there for me.
Hey man, I got your back.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, just being a homie.
For real, dog. For real.
Yo, we the real ones out here.
Word.
So I learned a thing about wasabi sauce.
Oh.
That there is no actual wasabi in it. It's just horseradish, mustard, and food coloring.
Yeah, I think that's an American thing.
Yeah.
Because what I have heard, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that some people come from Japan and like try our wasabi and they're like, what the fuck is this shit? It's so spicy.
Yeah.
Because the horseradish is significantly stronger than the wasabi, which I have no idea what that tastes like.
Yep.
Oh my god. This flatbread pizza. I am really I've been cooking pretty much all weekend. I've really been loving our unofficial sponsor, HelloFresh. Not really.
Wait. What did I come back to?
Nothing. I was just talking all that good stuff about this food that I've been making from HelloFresh.
That good.
That good. What do you spend on HelloFresh?
I didn't
On
spend
average,
a damn
on
thing for
average.
I didn't spend a damn thing for this first box.
Mm.
So like I've only had them once, and I got like a $125 off discount. And then I got like
it for free.
Yeah, and then I got a $10 credit from sending stuff to Geared and Chavez.
Oh, no shit.
Nice.
Yeah, so like you can refer friends and stuff like that.
I'm back.
And then
Nice.
if you get like enough boxes and stuff like that, like if you put enough orders in recurring, they will they'll send you more benefits and stuff like that, which is I think how my mom gave me a free box. But yeah, it's supposed to be like on average like 25% cheaper than the grocery store.
All right, how we all doing?
I
doing?
got my refreshments, and I'm literally just scrolling through Steam while we wait. Or while I wait.
Okay.
So, do with that info as you wish.
No.
Let me finish this slice and I'll get back into it, okay?
Okay.
You're all good. And Mike, honestly, I was expecting something along the lines of, "Don't give me that power."
Okay.
Here, while we wait, I could show this off for what we did. So everyone who's watching and anyone who wants to know, all these big open green areas that are on this map are actually supposed to be like homes and stuff like that, like the actual village homes or village people homes or townsfolk's homes or whatever we're calling them.
You'd rather stay at the Cattegat. You gotta stay at the cat.
This is our longhouse, as you guys kind of saw earlier as we got here. This is where the Jarl lives. I can show you back here. This is the room that we were in, kind of dealing with the previous Jarl and his dead body. We haven't done it in game, but that leads up to like rooms. That leads over to like a kitchen.
And there's Dirk. What is it? I was the suit of armor inside the room. The inside the Jarl's sleeping area.
That works.
I was just like, hang on a second.
So that was the entrance we came through. This little pop-up produce and fresh meats area. This is fed orcs and kenkus. Not going to explore too much because we haven't done that as characters.
This is, fed orcs and kenkus. Best way I can describe it is an extra planar delivery service.
Yes.
Yeah. They are run by the Orcish and Kenku Federation, which exists across China and Russia, essentially.
That is one temple, or I guess house of prayer, or I'm not quite sure what they would call it, but so that's a temple.
Still
that's
be a temple. Yeah.
Okay, that's a temple over there. This would be like the blacksmith or the fletching area for like weaponry. This would be the supplies and the catch of the day kind of thing, like the docks, like fish stuff like that would be sold here. This is the actual dock. Yeah, thank you, fish market. This would be the actual docks. I'm not gonna explore too much because again, our characters haven't done it. Yeah, this is what we had worked on the last like week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, Wolf here's been a busy little bee.
A little bit because I'm
along with working on his
on my own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then also, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say on top of work and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
I feel bad sometimes because these are definitely like not small projects, and then like I don't know, like you can come back. Like that's always an option. You guys have a lot of mobility in this game.
The way I see it though is, honestly, and I mean this with as a massive compliment. When Minecraft is involved, Chavez really shines. And sorry, there was one other thing I wanted to add to that. I'm trying to remember. Just long and short of it, he's really good at like pet projects, kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the heck out of you.
Yeah. It's nice having something that I'm actually good at when it doesn't come to work stuff. So this has been a nice change in pace for me. So it's always.
Are there any
kind of fun.
Vacant doors in the Tremacto Beulah?
Vacant doors?
Vacant doors.
Yes, vacant meaning
doors that go places that don't have a place that they go to. In that hall of doorways that go to places.
Doors that go places that don't have places that they go to.
That could have a place to go to.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
So, if I'm thinking of it correctly, I'm thinking of like the collection of doors they have in Monsters Inc., but not powered on, right? Or are you thinking of something else, Mike?
There's a hall of doors in the Tremoctobula.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes to different places. in
No,
the world.
the way that you're
Yeah,
explaining
that's
it.
not the confusion. It's the word vacant.
So
Are there any that don't have a place that they go to yet?
Oh yeah, you don't know. You haven't explored like all of them
Fair enough.
because there are like dozens in there, and some of them have been like barred off for various reasons.
Spend like the next
So like,
couple
you
days
mean like
talking
just
with
like unattached doors, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's safe to assume there's probably at least one, or like it hasn't been activated or something. Like Chavez was saying. But yeah, that's something you can always explore more of.
I was gonna say, like, if we have a week of downtime, you could literally just spend the entire time with Ampho just, and where does this door go? Okay, let me see. It opens it up. It's it's literally hell. You're like, okay, door 578 is no-go.
Legitimately, that could accidentally be my deck of many things. Like, you could
Oh,
very
fuck off.
easily just be like, screw this campaign. It's doors now.
You know what, Luke? At that point, just make a fucking SCP Foundation. Fucking, I will play a researcher. I don't care.
He did. It's the Tremoctobula.
he's not
Okay,
wrong.
a campaign solely based around it.
He did. It's called the Tremoctobula.
It is an
The fuck is
SCP
that?
with SCPs in it.
The Tremoctobula, also known as Site 108.
There a
I just came
specific
up with a
reason?
number.
Okay. I was like, is there a specific reason? Or do you know something of the SCP Foundation that I don't?
Probably not. I mean, I've been watching a lot of it, but a lot of it just goes in circles anyway. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Because a lot of it's not like canon in the. But
yeah.
how can you make something canon if it's literally a community thing?
Yeah, it's basically a collaborative fanfic anyway. But shall we get back to it?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Let me just take one more swig here, and then I'm ready.
Do it.
Why did you have to
Get it.
announce it? Why couldn't you just take the swig?
Because I'm an overly dramatic bitch. Leave me alone.
We knew this, Mike.
You ask these questions like you're not expecting this from me.
right?
So, you gentlemen take your leave of the mead hall. Is there something in particular that you wanted to? Well, yeah. So, where are you headed?
Looking for the ship.
Looking for the ship?
Well, I was actually gonna go to the compact and type into it. How close are you?
Yeah. You send out a text to Theo.
Or how close to Kattegat do you estimate you are?
Theo responds fairly quickly, about the average length for a text, and he says to you, we actually arrived last night. We've made
Son of a
portage.
bitch! We should have been here.
Going to the docks.
I will smile, look pretty, and follow because I am lost as dirt. Or what you would you assume a smile for me would look like?
Should I
it's around.
should I let them roll to figure out where that's at, or should I just leave them there?
That's your call, dude.
I assume it's where the water is. You
Yeah,
know,
but
if I had to guess.
But I mean, there are pathways. So I mean, the direct route it might not be the.
I mean, if you're not gonna guide them, then they will have to roll survival.
Okay.
Oh, survival.
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna actually go to the blacksmith really quick and pick up my javelin, and then go to the docks.
11.
11.
19.
It's that way.
Guys,
19.
it's where the water is.
Yeah. As you say
Let's try
that, as you say that, Silica, you're like, it's got to be where the water is. Dirk, you look out at the city and you realize the entire city is ringed by a wall. And you actually, from where you standing, cannot see water anywhere. But Asilica, as you're sort of looking out, like kind of with that in mind, you actually do hear some seagulls. And you kind of reckon by sound and the aroma of the fish market which way the docks are. Yeah, Tyrion, I'm just gonna say that it's it'd be easy enough for you to pick up your javelins and stuff, and the supplies that we talked about. But yeah, you probably had to catch up with them a little bit afterwards.
That's fine.
All right. So yeah, as you guys make your way out onto the docks of Kattegat, the docks themselves are very simple. Like, it's just 3 very long docks that extend into the ocean. This kind of place is also kind of on like a fjord, so like the water is kind of, it's ocean water, but it goes inland. As you guys are looking about, you see a lot of office buildings, a lot of the same style, some warehouses and stuff like that. And sure enough, down kind of close to the end on the northern dock, you see the unmistakably strange ship of Theseus.
That's my ship.
Mac sneezes and just goes, I feel like someone's talking about my home.
Fusho sneezes and he's like, I know, right?
I'm gonna go home.
Yep. Yeah, you make your way to the ship, and you're greeted by the sight of essentially just the crew. You see Hubert and Russell scrubbing the decks, and you see Salim and Henatui up in the crow's nest. They seem to be conversing while Salim ties down some masts, and Hubert kind of looks over to the side, and he says, "Oh, Mr. Asilica and Brother Dirk, it's good to see you again. Ahoy!" And they
Who is this?
This is Hubert, the young man.
Oh no!
You said.
I didn't catch the name. I remember him.
Yeah.
Hubert, how's it going?
It's a fair morning, sir. Fair morning. It's good to see you again. Glad you made it back to the ship safe.
Good to see everyone in one piece.
Yeah.
Would I have caught up to them by now?
Yeah, sure. You could, as they're sort of like chatting and catching up with the crew, you guys, you make your way onto the ship with your supplies. Okay. They let you take your weapons at the gate here and take them onto the ship.
Okay. I want to take quick stock of like wood and timber and like what the ship is stocked up on.
Okay.
Because we haven't resupplied our wood in quite a while.
Yeah. I'm assuming you have that written down.
I do. I'm also going back to the Theseus itself.
Yep, no worries.
Add stuff.
You're using the Theseus to keep track of your wood?
That's what I've been doing.
That's amazing.
So Basilica is gonna go down to his room. He's gonna empty out the bag of coaling.
Okay.
And he's gonna prepare for a shopping trip.
Mac is actually gonna find Tyrion and look him dead in the eyes and say,
"Give me my
money."
I was
Yeah, he's gonna basically pull a sack of gold out of his mouth and just go, "This feels just wrong to do." And I'm not talking about giving you your money, I'm talking about pulling money out of my son. And then he just anyway, he hands you your money.
Thank you. And I will put it back. I'll put it back into my room, and I'm gonna stock myself back up on cash.
Oh,
You see,
actually,
y-
something completely. Oh, sorry. I'll let you go first, and I'll do mine.
I was just gonna say, you see Zen just shed a single tear. It's like, it's okay, Mac. I get it, man.
Well, no, I mean it felt wrong to remove gold from me, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was crying about.
Yeah, I toss 3 gold towards Zen. No, what I wanted to do was actually find Fusho, and if he is not doing his captain duties for the ship, I want to teach him to play the drum I bought, or I essentially have engraved for him as Mac.
Okay. Yeah, and that's
That's
something you
just
can do.
a side thing.
Yeah, it's totally something you can do on your downtime. You can go ahead and you find him. He's in his captain's quarters. He's just seems to be drawing. But you offer to teach him how to play the drum, and it seems like something he's happy to learn. Go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Oh, I gotta roll as Mac. Shit. Give me a second.
Yep. What are the rest of you doing? I guess yeah. So like you're just preparing for your shopping trip.
Yep.
Performance, you say?
If you have a list, you can go ahead and send that to me. It might make it easier.
Oh. I don't really have a list. I kind of just have general things. It would be like
okay.
what is available here.
Okay.
Hold that thought, because my suit, it's not added to that. My suit that I have also gives me a +3 to I believe it was charisma. Would that also add on to performance?
It should.
Okay, so then add another 3 to that, so that's an 18.
Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Sure enough. You play him a little jaunty tune. You start off kind of slow and you let him sort of follow along and stuff. But as you're going along, he picks up the pace a little bit. You know, kind of what's the word? Improvises, I guess. And then you kind of you know, guys get into a little drum session.
Luke, I sent you a supply list for the ship. It's not a lot.
And as Mac is looking at Fusho, he's noticing the improvisation, and he'll just go, "And that is what we call improvisation. It's when we stray from the music sheet and just play what our hearts wish, or the notes from our heart."
Oh.
And he's just like, "Keep it up," and then he starts improvising, like he starts doing playing notes on his flute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike, what is, out of sheer morbid curiosity, what is Fuzzly doing right now? Is he still in his room?
He would have when morning came, he would have left the ship, and he would have gone somewhere kind of secluded-ish, like still in sight of the ship, but to like some tree or something where he could get a view of the sun, and he would be meditating.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to do. There's plenty of tall trees around here. So yeah, you could just be off meditating, and Dave just be at your side as usual, doing some menial tasks to keep himself occupied.
Sasha would be on his lap.
Yeah, purring away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we have, or is that
That's what
the things that you're looking for?
that's what I'm looking for, just to kind of stock up, you guys back up to like a baseline.
Okay, DM's guys. So you need some logs. Okay. Um. Hmm.
But aside from getting that, I would probably be helping Dirk find the nearest temple, so he can get a script.
Okay. Yeah. Sure enough, you guys can set off, and I'll get back to you on that, Chavez.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think it'd be terrible
No.
expensive, but I gotta look into my. I think it's in the DM's G. I don't think it's in the.
I mean, we
Oh,
have.
the temple can wait until we're completely done. Like that's like free time shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, this is kind of a
that's-
free time moment right now. Like it sounds like everyone's either shopping or going to the temple.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't causing like a blockade to whatever you're trying to do.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, look, what I sent you, it's not like a dire thing, so I mean, we could just add that to the inventory at some point, because we have supplies still.
Okay. All right. What Basilica, what kind of things are we looking for why do I keep losing books? Where is my player's handbook? God damn it. It's happened. I think I have like 6 books in front of me now.
Jesus.
Nice.
Now you know our pain of being players and hearing you roll those dice.
So I can't imagine I would find much here that is like terribly like exotic or robust in terms of special ingredients, but I'm like if we're going off of like just the type of bland shit you might find here, like what's available in terms of like obviously produce. I assume fish is probably the biggest export.
Yeah, they have a lot of fish. They have shark meat as well, which is a little bit more expensive, but because it has a lot of time goes into preparing that. But that is something that they make. They do have various like game, so it's not terribly difficult to find, boar, deer. They do hunt whale as well. So both whale and dolphin. Like this is yield times. So,
Okay, he'd be looking. He would want boar.
Yeah.
And he would want probably take like a barrel of fish, maybe 2 barrels of fish.
Okay.
What kind of like produce and stuff would they have?
Unfortunately, not a whole lot. What you're seeing a lot of right now is they have like cabbages and lettuces. Those are really good for growing up here. And a few like root vegetables like carrots and like beets and stuff. But it seems that it's actually quite difficult to farm up here. You don't see a lot of the usual suspects. Like you see wheat, and like wheat is ridiculously expensive. Like it's not really, it's not something that is very easily grown up here in the cold and rocky environment. They do have a lot of like gathered supplies. So oddly enough, it's really easy to find like berries and stuff like that. You see like different kinds of like berry meads and things like that. They have lots of honey. They seem to like honey here.
Gib.
Yeah.
Gib.
But in terms of produce, like kind of getting into like it's it's kind of getting on towards like for this region, like you kind of already missed the harvest season, so it's there's not a lot of good stuff.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
basically everything that's here kind of lasts.
I mean, if they have any beets, I'll take some beets, but
Yeah. They do also have like a lot of pickled vegetables. So there are like a lot of like there's pickled cabbage and things of that nature. There's like sauerkraut and stuff. Um but yeah, basically everything right now is like they're gearing up towards winter, so everything is either like smoked or pickled or preserved in some fashion.
Gotcha.
Not a lot of freshness.
I mean that like saves me time because I
Fair.
would, things would need to be done that way to be stored on the
Yeah.
ship. But yeah, he'd want to buy some beets. He'd want to um, hmm. We have mead. We made mead, right? Silica
Yes.
and Tyrion did. Yeah.
Yes, we made mead,
You made blackberry mead.
Nice.
which we still have a barrel of. Or I guess it's considered a cask. Cask?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably don't even need to buy any fish. We can get fish so easily.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go buy a sword.
That's a hard left turn. Okay, so you don't want the fish?
Nah.
Okay. Is there anything else you were interested in besides the sword?
Yeah, he's just like he's kind of like perusing, I guess. He's just like kind of in his mind. He's just like what stuff could I make with this? And then he can just kind of see that like this is all stuff that's being prepared for something, and he's just like, yeah, maybe they need this more than I do. And then he's gonna go find a blacksmith.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say for the sake of it, yeah, Tyrion will bring you to the blacksmith he just came from. He's like, yeah, this guy's got good stuff.
Check this guy over here. He makes some excellent weaponry.
Yeah. What
Oh,
kind of
cool.
what kind of sword are you looking for?
Probably a short sword.
A short sword?
Yeah. A short sword. I don't think it needs to be like how much. It'd probably be a lot to silver, right?
I think it's like 100 gold worth to silver. Silver weapons, yeah, 100 gold points. Where is? Am I blind? I am blind. Okay.
Where's your glasses?
My glasses. Yeah. So you're perusing the swords. A lot of the things that you look like would be comfortable for you are they're very just like very classic looking swords. Like I'm not sure how familiar you are with Viking swords, but they're a very standard straight double-edged blade. And then like a nice chunky crossguard, usually wrapped in wire because the Vikings are actually really good at the Norsemen are really good with their wire work, and it makes for a very comfortable grip. So it looks incredibly intricate. It's actually not that difficult. But I need to roll. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, he you approach this you approach this dwarf, this very gruff looking dwarf, as he's just working on his swords out in front, and you find one that you kind of like the balance of, and you said you wanted this one silvered
No,
as well.
I don't. I was mistaken. I don't need it silvered.
Okay. Yeah, you inquired to him about the sword, and he takes one look at you, and he says, 250.
250. What?
Gold.
350.
I'm gonna insight him.
Yeah, go for it.
19.
19. Yeah, let me roll for him. Let me roll for dwarf.
Roll for dwarf.
Yep. He's definitely not friendly, but you've never actually bought a sword before. You're not actually sure what the normal going price would be. Like, you get kind of a sense that you shouldn't, just trust whatever he offers because of just basic haggling theory, but you're not sure if he's trying to grift you or not.
Well, you think I made him money? Come on. Can you do better than that?
Yeah, here's a dagger, 300.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion. Fuck! Come on! 5.
He's like, all right, good eye, elf. 245.
This is because I'm an elf, isn't it? Yeah.
He just continues beating his hammer. Yeah.
Just in the background.
I'm gonna-
That's racist.
I'm gonna leave the shop and I'm gonna go get Tyrion.
Okay.
Just as he's walking, sack of gold just pushes it into his chest, just passing by him. I'll take a weapon or whatever he was getting, and just keeps walking back into his kitchen.
This dwarf is racist. Buy me a sword.
Okay.
It's funny. If I took off this collar, I'd freak him the fuck out.
You'd also probably be hunted down by the rest of this town.
Yeah, that's why I leave the collar on.
Fair enough. Alright, I'll walk over myself and inquiry about the sword. Actually, first I want to take a look at the sword.
Yep. You want to investigation, I suppose.
Six.
It's definitely not your taste. It feels a little light to you. But it seems like a standard quality sword, like it's a good arming sword.
I'm gonna do the whole thing that's like someone who doesn't know anything about knives pretends they do. I'm gonna like go out by the hilt. I'm gonna look down it. I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna kind of do the whole testing thing. Like, this isn't a bad sword. How much?
Okay, he kind of like looks up at you. It's like, I don't know if you're asked about that one. 200.
200.
Racist.
I'm from the mountains. We can make swords better than this. 150.
Persuasion.
Come on. Come on.
Oh yeah,
come
go
on,
guys.
please.
Persuasion. 8,
No.
9.
No.
Yeah, all right. Well, go back to the mountain and get your own sword then. 200.
I throw him the 200 and as I'm leaving. You short people you have no soul here. Walk out of the building. Or sorry,
Pleasure doing business with you.
You dwarves have no souls anymore. It's fine. Leave.
Pleasure doing business with you, Scaly.
I'll walk over to Celia. Here's your damn sword. Fucking racist dwarves.
I hate him. I hate him. I don't hate dwarves. I hate him.
They're so low to the ground. You know, they're closer to hell. That's why they have no souls.
Yeah,
Well,
let's fight racism with racism. That's how this is gonna fucking work.
I imagine that's
Dirk-
probably something what Dirk would say.
Dirk would just hang his head in shame and just go walking away from them slowly, head hanging, going, "Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?"
I'm sure not all of them are like that. Probably.
Maybe. Anyways, Dirk,
Right,
you
well,
want to see the temple?
I'm gonna go back to the ship. You guys have fun.
Okay. I guess I'll lead Dirk over to. If you're looking at the Minecraft map, it would be the one closer to the docks, because that one is more actual script. The other one is more statue. Luke.
I'm sorry. You're taking him to the temple, correct?
Yeah. The one closer to the docks.
Oh, I see. I don't know that I've seen this one yet.
Because this one
Okay.
here would be more script, and the other one would be more statue.
Yeah. You take him to the Hall of the Crafting Gods, which ironically is not. It's a sort of multicultural religious center. Basically, amongst the gods of craft like Thor and Hephaestus and such like that, they band together in this world, especially during times of need. And so often a lot of like the world's guilds and such will work together. So this temple, while it houses Thor, also houses a lot of the other gods of various pantheons across the world. And it does in fact contain many treatises on both religious text, but also the art of craft itself. So there's a lot of instructions on how to make a sword or a necklace. And as you walk in here, Dirk, you notice that a lot of the people here are actually much friendlier. They seem to be very interested in you and your craftsmanship. What specifically are you looking for?
Mostly just religious texts involving, the history of the history of the religion, the beliefs. But I feel more importantly rituals and traditions. Just to
Okay.
kind of get a better understanding of rituals and traditions.
Okay. How long do you want to stay here?
How long will you allow me?
Well, it's a library, so the longer you stay here, the more information you'll be able to get, but that is kind of its consequence.
Well, considering I have everything I need, I will stay there. I'll just let Tyrion know that, I basically am. This is where he'll find me when it's time to go. Do we actually have an idea on how long we're going to be docked?
I was
don't.
gonna start heading back to the ship myself.
Yeah. Okay, what time of day is it?
It's around noon.
Noon? Alright,
Low noon.
I would.
Oh.
Personally, I'd say give them like
It's
2 or 3
low
hours, and then we start leaving around like 4-ish, or equivalent to 4 right before dinner.
Yeah. I will return to the ship by sundown. Before sunset, I mean.
I'll leave you to it.
and I nod to him, and I will get to looking.
I will say for the sake of it, gosh, what would I even?
I do have a plan for this sword.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I should say.
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll me an investigation check, a
Okay.
history check, and a religion check, in whichever order you see fit.
Who, Dirk or all of us?
Dirk.
Okay.
I mean, are
Sorry,
you going to be doing
one
a
more
reading,
time. Okay,
Tyrion?
you said investigation. I'll go by what you said. Investigation.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Pretty
Now
floor.
give me a history check.
Fuck you.
Roleplay is not like us tonight.
Now give me a religion check.
You're
There
all
you go.
fucking heathens! No, I'm kidding. No.
Okay. So it's really difficult for you. You're not finding as much on history as you would think. And you inquire one of the amongst one of the scribes who's also seems to be tending to the books. And they tell you that, well, that's really easy. It's because most of their history is actually spoken. It's not written down usually. And a lot of the stories of their gods and their legends and stuff like that have only been written down recently. So much of what you would get from them, or much of what you would be looking for, would probably be better served, looking for a scop, essentially a northern bard. Because they typically keep the histories and stuff like that. You do manage to find a few books here and there. You manage to find the Edda. Unfortunately, the entire thing is basically written like a poem, so it's really hard to read. A lot of things are more like talked about, kind of like instead of saying someone was immortal, they would say things like he was long lived, or instead of saying he couldn't be hurt in battle, they'd say he had iron skin. They talk.
Dirk read the Bible. I don't think this would be an issue.
No, like it's different from the Bible. Whereas the Bible is a lot of like metaphor and stuff like that. The Edda is written like a song.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So it's really, and not a very well written one either. And so it's something that you think you might be able to figure out if you had someone else's help with it. You ask if you could take the book, and they're of course willing to let you, borrow it, provided that you, could bring it back someday.
Just someday.
Yeah.
20 years later. I brought your book back.
It's specifically a temple of knowledge. They're pretty open.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Wait, it's a temple of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way that this works is that there's two different temples here. There's a temple that's dedicated to the Azir themselves, but that's kind of the problem you would run into here. They wouldn't have a whole lot of books. The crafting gods, the people who work at those temples of the crafting gods tend to keep more written records and things like that. They're really good about that sort of thing. But there's not a lot of information on the Azir. You do, at very least, you do get some like basic information. Like you do know like the whole pantheon, like the players, so you know who Odin and Freya are and such like that. You know that that Odin is supposed to be the god of knowledge and such, and the de facto god of magic, it's said. that Freya sort of more or less rules over the fields of Valhalla, of why am I Asgard. And you know kind of roughly how they're that something about dying in battle is supposed to help warriors achieve their version of heaven, but you don't really fully get it. It seems like there's a little more information that you're not quite getting the nuance of.
Right.
Sorry, that's kind of what you get with those rolls.
No, that's fine. I just got fucked over by Roll20, so I'm not butthurt about it.
Yeah. You do
Uh,
actually have scripture though, so it's something you can study.
Okay. That's good enough for me. I will, once the time rolls around, I will walk my way back over to the
Okay.
ship.
What are you doing, Tyrion and Celica?
When I get back to the ship, I would actually sit in the very nose of the ship and meditate and try and get in contact with Obsidius.
Okay. What are you doing, Asilica?
I'm going to see Glil.
Glil.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Tyrion, make
Yes.
me a religion check.
Religion. Fucking 8.
Yeah.
Roll20 does not
Yeah.
like me at all. Fuck.
Yeah, you are. You're sitting in the out in the afternoon sun trying to meditate, but it's not something you're you're particularly practiced in. So excuse me.
Perhaps there's a Catman that you could learn from.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh God, excuse me.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, if I can't get a hold of him, I would be working on my little project.
Yeah. Yeah. Barring that, go ahead and just for my sake, go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Really?
Oh God.
8?
Oh man.
Wow.
There was a mishap. You're probably gonna need to go back into town and spend another 10 gold or so of new material.
Well, this one, I would at this point I'd just be cutting the leather down.
Yeah.
Or my pelt down. So I was making
okay.
it.
So you're using.
I was
you're
making
using,
it. I was making the actual body of it out of the crystal stag pelt. And I just need the other pelt to actually stitch it together.
Okay. Well, yeah. You've definitely cut one of them wrong. So. I'll say go ahead and give it one more shot here.
21.
Hey.
All right. You managed to cut. Have you used that pelt for anything else?
Parts of it are used for like my my braziers and my greaves.
Okay.
And then I've used bits of it for lacing for my wings.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, with that mishap, that's probably going to take the rest of that pelt.
That's fine. That's all I needed.
So that's gone. But yeah, after that, you managed to get everything else cut and fit to size. So yeah, that should be good.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'll get into more details. He's being sneaky.
I'm doing it for a reason.
I won't be sneaky. I'll lay all my cards out on the table.
But yeah, that is that. Silica, you said you were gonna go find Glil.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming you're heading to the Tremoctabula then.
Yes. To the labs.
Yep. Yeah, so you make your way to the labs of the Tremoctabula, and you actually manage to you say hi to your uncle on the way in, but you
I go.
oh yes, hello Silica. But he manages to or excuse me, you make your way over to the labs, and you see Glil. He seems to be hovering over some sort of like arcane sort of monitor, like some sort of arcane device that seems to be attached to a table where you see the partially covered form of Stormcroak, who is breathing, but you can only really see his face, which is completely bandaged at this point, and the rest of him seems to be covered by some kind of blanket.
How's he doing?
Oh, hey, Asilica. Um, he's hanging in there. He's a tough old frog, but it took a lot to get him here. I don't know how Ampho has such a understanding of the arcane, but I guess they said that he said that the combination of the dragon and his own storm magic was really powerful, but the demonic magic being introduced was kind of eating at him. It made everything unstable.
I bet.
Yeah.
On that note, he's gonna take out those 2 jars of the powder that he got. I wrote those down and they somehow got deleted in my notes. So I don't exactly remember what they were. I know one was like the stitching things together.
Yes. So one is called flesh stitching powder, and the other one is called bone melding paste.
Gotcha.
Melding, not melting, with a D.
Yes.
Um,
And I'm gonna give those to him. This is what they were using to do that, by the way.
they, huh? What is? And he looks at it and he stops, and he like sees the illithid writing on the jar. For those of you who aren't aware, Glilb is also a mind flayer. He's an arcanist, much like a silica. He's kind of a sickly green color. He's usually very nervous expression suddenly becomes much more startled as you look at his as you hand him these 2 jars. It's like, Silica, where did you get these?
They were in the cave where we found him. Yeah, just sitting there in a chemist station.
Did you run into one of us?
Yeah. I didn't see them. The others did, but
So you didn't catch a name?
I think they did. What is it, Priscilla?
Priscilla.
Priscilla, yeah. That was
I was worried about that.
bad news, I take it.
Well, I mean, she's not as mean as the others, but she's really creepy. She's the doll maker. She likes to sew. She one time made a teddy bear right in front of me during one of the first introductions, and then it came to life. And then it crawled up the wall.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. But this, do Do you have any idea what this is?
Flesh stitching powder and bone melting paste.
Yeah, this powder is this is what she uses. This was her secret. It's some kind of alchemical formula she has. It literally it like I don't know how to describe it. It like glues flesh together, meats a silica.
I'm
Like,
surprised she just left it there.
oh, well, I don't know. She has a bunch of this stuff, I imagine. She knows how to make it,
Oh,
but it's more than just like it's not just sewn together. It's like it almost heals them together, even if they're completely different animals. It it's like they become like one muscle.
so it's like her own type of magic, much like mine and yours.
Well, actually, it's not magical at all. It's completely natural. I don't know what it's made of, but we could probably figure it out.
Hmm. Couldn't hurt to, get a one up on the situation.
Yeah. And then this stuff is pretty much the same thing. You can use it to literally weld bones together like clay, or you can use it to make all new bones. And then, once it hardens and sets, you just have bones.
Could be useful, but I think maybe we should hold off on using any of it until we figure out what its components are.
Oh, yeah, right. God, I bet Ampho could help me figure out what's in this. Can I hang on to these?
Yeah, that's
Can I hang on?
why I brought him.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I only have a few other projects in the fire, I think. Oh, but by the way, have you seen Tyrion around? The first mate?
He is out on the ship.
Okay.
I actually had one more thing I wanted to ask you. I can go fetch him after all of this.
Oh, I mean, it's no trouble. I'm sure he's busy. What did you need?
What do you know about Mind Blade?
Mind Blade?
Or a Mind Blade, rather.
Above game, you're talking about the Illithid thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me roll for him. And I need to pull out a 7th book.
I'm sorry.
Suffer as my people have suffered.
Fuck off.
Night, Zenith.
Night, Zenith.
Night,
Go to bed.
Zenith.
Love you, bro.
Go
Sleep.
to sleep.
Oh, dude, don't dirty up this stream with that nonsense.
Yeah.
I have to.
Okay, well, I seem to have misplaced my Volo's Tome of Foes. That's no good.
Here.
Is it in the compendium?
Pasta bleed.
Yeah. Oh no, if your pasta bleeds, you might need to have it checked.
If your pasta bleeds, you're back in that one session.
Oh
We don't
God!
talk about that.
Protect
one
Mac.
Motherfucker! Took me a second.
Mac, no.
Fucking meatballs!
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, just imbuing a weapon with psionic energies, yeah. Just using our old mind flare heritage.
Yeah. It's come to my attention that can do some damage at a distance, but if I'm up close and personal with something much bigger than me, I need something to defend myself.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's certainly something that I'm sure we have everything you'd ever need for that. It's actually probably one of the more boring things we could do in this lab.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah, long way from home. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I can have this enchanted, or did you want me to help you work on it, or?
We can do it together.
Yeah.
Ending moment.
Couldn't hurt to learn what I'm capable of, I guess.
I don't even know what I will, because it can't be an Arcana check. I really need to find this book.
Knowledge?
I mean, yeah, it seems.
Or I guess it would be intelligence.
Well, yeah, there's a whole section of it in that book. Damn it. I should have known the one book I don't have on hand. Okay. I'm gonna say, it's probably gonna take a fair bit of time. I'm not sure if there's any material resources associated with creating these weapons.
Yeah.
I feel like there must be.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be a quick thing.
Okay. Yeah, so let me let me find my book later, because I need to read that section, and then can I get back to you on that one?
Yeah.
Because sorry, the creation of mind flayer weaponry. My instinct says Arcana, and then I'm like, wait, no, it literally cannot be Arcana.
Just gonna wash my hands for a second. This is your bit, so I'll be listening.
Yeah, sure. If you wanna work on this, I mean, it could take a couple days maybe, but I'll look up some materials and see if we can figure it out. I've never done this before.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm more used to like working with demonic energies.
I can go grab a Tyrion for you.
Oh no, that's fine. I have a book that I'm supposed to give him.
Oh, you want me to take it, or you want to give it to him?
Oh yeah, do you mind?
I'll take it.
Yeah, it was really easy. He wanted it translated, and I asked Ampho for help, and he translated it into giantish, dwarvish, human. I think druid. I think he translated it into druid. I didn't even know he could do that. Anyway, it's got like 16 translations now.
Oh,
fuck.
Wow. Okay. That's actually. Yeah, I'll take the book. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I hope this little guy recovers.
Yeah. He's a good egg.
Oh, let's hope he's still that way when he wakes up.
Yeah, we can only hope.
But yeah, with that, you leave you bid your farewells to Glilob. You leave the Mind Flayer laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
What did you like to do next?
On the way out, I'll stop by Ampho. And I'll talk to him. So you translated this book, yeah?
Oh yes, trivial matter, my dear boy.
Do we have like do we have like a collection of like magic on here? Like scrolls and stuff?
I mean, I've picked up a few. What did you need, Asilica?
Well, I found this script that was written on a wall back in town, and it's. Would I know that it's abyssal, or would it would just be foreign to me?
I think Dirk did say that.
Yeah,
Dirk
I
said
definitely would have said it out loud.
Yeah.
Dirk said it's abyssal, so but I can't read it. It might be important.
Can't read abyssal. My nephew of mine shirking on his studies, and he shakes his brain in his jar.
Gross.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, let's have a look. What did it say?
Oh, I'll show it to him. I wrote it down on like a piece of paper or something.
Yeah, you kind of pull out the because you said you written it down. I'm assuming that you just show him what you had written down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you show that. You kind of second guess yourself. Like, can you even see that through the tank? And then you like kind of put it on the hollow table. I think he's like, oh yes, that's definitely infernal. Let's see here.
Infernal?
Oh, excuse me, abyssal. My bad.
Okay.
That was my slip. So yeah, it's definitely abyssal. Let's see here. You were warned. Now your pathetic town will face my pets.
Oh, that's foreboding.
This just seems to be a message of some kind. Threat. Who wrote this? Is someone threatening you, Asilica?
Well, not me, but I don't. Well, maybe me. It's unclear. But definitely the town and the people.
You see him like tuck away like several like murderous looking knives and buzzsaws on arms, like in random wall panels. Like, oh well,
Where the hell did all those come from? What?
no, not to worry. Anyway,
If I knew you had those, I wouldn't have bought this freaking sword.
so you're saying these
Mike, you go into battle wielding dual blade fucking saw blades, and you're just like, all right, who wants some? I'm done cooking up food. Now I'm cooking up you.
He's become the psycho of the group.
So you're saying some what demon cult or something threatened an entire town of Vikings? It's quite bold.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, is there anything else you needed?
We wouldn't happen to have a some kind of spell for like languages and like comprehending them, quote unquote.
If a brain could give you the fucking really dude look.
Hey man, I was just a cook, okay? They didn't really teach me much.
Comprehend languages, tongues, speak with animals. I have the original Curse of Babel written down somewhere, but I don't recommend it.
Noted.
Yeah. Dirk sneezes for the first time ever.
Alright, well,
Just
you give me
you.
You give me like a scroll of comprehend languages. That
Yes. Yeah.
Someone's committing heresy.
You hear like the whirring of like pneumatic tubes like from deep within the bowels of the nautiloid, and then you see one of them come up through the floor and you just see a, and yeah, sure enough, you see a little scroll. Which spell specifically were you looking for? Were you looking for comprehend languages?
Yeah, comprehend languages. Yeah.
Yeah, you see it written on. It seems to be like, it's like a weird piece of paper. Like it looks green. Like it looks like a giant leaf almost. But it is in fact a scroll.
Whoa.
Um,
Where'd we get this?
no, that's not one escapes me. It's, I think, a jungle somewhere. Anyway,
Nice. All right. Well, thanks, Uncle.
no, anytime. Um, do be careful, demons and all.
Oh, of course. We've faced them before. I'm sure we'll face many more.
That's the spirit.
All right, I'll talk to you later. You will head out.
Yep.
To Tyrion.
Yeah, you find Tyrion at the front of the ship. I don't know, actually, he'd probably be just about wrapping up his little project.
I'll walk up to him. Hey, here's the book. They translated it 16 different languages. I think they translated it in
16.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, as you're looking through it, like you see like a couple languages that like you know for a fact, like it's translated into Giant, and obviously it was already in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like other, and then you recognize Common, obviously. But then there's a few languages that you just don't straight up recognize. Like one of them looks very similar to the one that you just saw painted in the Jarl's house. One of them looks like just straight up circles, but like they all have like weird things in the middle of them. One of them looks to be just a series of zeros and ones. You can't make heads or tails of that.
Second.
But yeah, you have the Draconomicon translated into 16 different languages.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I was gonna say, when Ampho was just like, the really dude, comment, I was just gonna say something along the lines of, well, hashtag not my nephew.
Oh no, I've been disowned.
Like, you can't read Abyssal and you call yourself a mage?
So sue me.
Oh yes, that's
just might.
exactly what we need on top of everything else.
Yeah, joke's on you, you can't sue me, I have no money.
And then he'll just be like, oh, and speaking of, he'll hold up the piece of paper with the Abyssal on it. Death threat, by the way. Whole town.
Fuck.
They're coming.
I'm coming.
Look great.
Yep.
All right. Well, the best we can do is prepare.
Yep. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me.
I'm actually gonna head down that way as well. I haven't tried our mead since we made it. Would you care to partake?
Oh, sure.
All right. I guess me and Silico will head downstairs to the kitchen.
It's probably the most cordial thing Tyrion's ever said in his life.
Yeah. I assume him and Asilica have opened up to each other.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah. Go ahead and both of you make me Constitution saves.
Hell
I guess checks.
yeah.
Excuse me, checks.
Mix.
God damn it, Tyrion. That's a 7.
Oh.
That's an 11. Together we're a convenience store.
Wow, more like
you
an
did,
inconvenience.
You did
store.
charisma, not constitution.
Oh, did I?
Oh yeah. You should
wrong one.
better have more than a +1.
Constitution. Fuck.
Oh god.
That's even worse.
I got a 5.
Damn, this is some strong shit we made, man.
Yeah.
Something doesn't
Yeah.
feel right.
Yeah, this something about this. You think it might have something to do with maybe the amount of blackberries you put in or something like that. It tastes delicious. Like it's nice and sweet. It's not terribly dry, but man, it gives you like the hard alcohol burps. Like it definitely like you feel it in your nose even, and it is
Oh.
it is very, very strong.
Wow, this is. Oh god, this is really strong. Oh god.
Oh, oh god, this is. Silica, I love you, man. This has been fun.
Sure, buddy.
Oh god, this log. Oh god, this is so comfortable. This log. I'm gonna.
It does look like a pretty comfortable log. It's true.
You know what? I'm going for another glass. You want some?
I think I'm good with one. You knock yourself out.
I intend to.
Good for you, buddy.
You see Balasar just look up at you with concern.
It's okay. It's okay. This is.
And he's out. Wow.
Huh?
Where did I get 4 hands? What?
Fusha, you drive this ship.
It's at that point that you see Kark and Liv come down the stairs.
Hey, you guys want some mead?
You should try the mead here. It's fantastic.
Kark's like, what? You've been holding out on us?
It was here. We didn't have it with us.
Yeah.
He
pulls out his.
We were made. This was being made while I was with you guys.
One of you made mead? Livs chimes in. One of you made mead?
Yeah, we both did. Team effort.
Oh,
Hooray, team effort. High five. Smacks a wall.
You know what?
Kark, like, holy shit, he's fucking hammered.
It's strong stuff.
Can Mac walk in?
I have
Absolutely.
4 hands. When did I get 2 more?
Mac walks in and sees all this crap happening, and he wants to partake.
Yeah.
What have I do?
Go ahead and go ahead. You just walk right in. He's like, you see.
I'm not even gonna say
Kark-
anything. I'm just gonna take a swig.
Mac, my man, here to use my cup. It would be an honor for you to use my cup.
He hands you this horn with like little kickstand legs on it.
I got a 9. Oh wait, no, that's his Dirk.
9.
That's his Dirk. That's his Dirk. That's
Ooh.
as Dirk.
I'm trying
it's
to touch
literally
Mac with my non-existent hands.
Actually, it's literally the same constitution. No, it's fine. It's literally the same.
Okay.
Same
Yeah,
modifiers.
you're feeling pretty drunk, my dude. Like you are. Like you're
Guys?
feeling.
Guys, I eat things, but where do they go? Where the fuck should they go?
Mac,
Watch.
He pulls.
Mac, I
He
can't
pulls
feel
like a
you.
couple. What?
I can't feel you. Are you even here?
Oh god.
Tyrion goes up to Mac,
Tyrion,
starts poking him in the
am I
stomach. Where does
here?
it all go? You eat so much. You are so soft.
He's not though.
I'm adhesive. Oh wait, no.
It's
The
like
moment
the
he touches
opposite
me,
of
the
boss.
adhesion kicks in, and now you're stuck to me.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Mac,
Mac
I've
is
never
feeling
felt
cuddly.
so close to you before.
Mac is feeling very cuddly. I would like to roll a grapple against Tyrion.
I will
Do it.
actually counter grapple to try and hold him back.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
It's
This is dumb.
competing athletics check.
Oh, buddy.
13.
Oh, fuck, I rolled his Dirk again. Hang on. No, Mac
Yeah, I think Mac has bonuses to that, doesn't he?
No, and it's
Doesn't matter.
it's a shit roll regardless. You know, funnily enough, for athletics, Dirk is much better. Oh wait, no. What is it? Oh, it doesn't matter. I think it says I have advantage for grappling, but it wouldn't matter.
No, that
Yeah, he
that would matter
grapples me.
because that's an 18.
No, the first roll was for Dirk, not Mac.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, you go to touch like Mac, and then like he's like immediately sticky, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna pull you in," and then you're like, "No, I'm gonna pull you
No,
in."
I got this. I got this. Come here, buddy.
You
Come
guys,
here.
you guys are like in
I'm
like
gonna
a
need
weird
to ask
like
you to stop morphing into a amorphous blob, please. Can you not?
I still could get in
stop
on
fusing
this,
together,
and
please?
Tyrion goes to try
And
and grab him.
immediately,
really freaking me
immediately
out.
Mac's just like, "Are you
Liv is
talking
like,
about
"Why
my
the
brothers and sisters? You dick."
Liv is like, "Why the fuck can I hear the knife eater in my head?"
Oh,
I put my
Dial tone. You get the
Keeps
dial
going.
tone.
Tyrion just puts his hand up to Silica's tentacles. She doesn't.
I don't have any tentacles right now.
Or where the mouth, where your mouth will be. Shh. She doesn't need to know our secret. Shh.
Fair enough.
Why does that? And then you just hear Kark like, "Why does the other one like? I swear, like, I'm not that drunk, but I swear I see like little mouths opening up all over him."
Kark, you haven't had enough. Get on our level.
Oh, all right.
Have you guys ever had pizza?
Oh my
The
God,
fuck is
pizza.
pizza?
Oh my god.
Start doing the Homer Simpson. Oh, pizza.
I'm gonna go
Mac-
make pizza.
No, so Dirk walks in, sees this happening, turns around, and just goes, "Fucking debaucherous."
How did
He
this
doesn't
turn
add
from
the
a
fucking
shopping
part, I
spree to
added the
all of us
fucking
drunk?
part. And he walks away.
You told me that wine was for the sacrament.
Yeah.
This is the. They don't need all of it.
Right.
Sorry, I'm laughing so hard I'm causing myself a headache. 1 second.
So you guys literally don't fall asleep. You guys wake up the next morning. It's one of
Damn.
those nights.
Yeah, I find myself actually asleep for once, and I'm like, or no, not even asleep. I'm unconscious, and I find myself just, essentially, I taped myself to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like I'm above my bed, or like slightly to the left, so when the adhesion wears off, I fall.
Yeah, this is literally like Tyrion is passed out, strewn across the logs, like with Balasar on top of him for warmth. Kark is like on like kind of like bent over one of the other logs next to it, like just completely passed the fuck out. Liv is not there, but
She's a
fucking
good girl. She's
Asilica-
going out hunting.
Asilica is literally like sleeping, like not standing up, but like levitating, like still at the kitchen, like still like working on something. Literally everyone has half-eaten slice of pizza somewhere near them.
Yeah, if that's the case, Mac. I would like to think it's attached to my face, and when he wakes up and smells it, he'll just like use his tongue to grab it.
It's like it like literally like falls it like falls out of your mouth and like hits Balasar in the face, and Balasar just eats the pizza.
It's not even legitimate pizza either. I don't have all the ingredients to make real pizza. It's just like
it's
screwed
drunk
together
pizza.
shit. Yeah. There's like fish on it. There's like just all kinds of weird ingredients that would not go on a pizza.
It's like not even real bread. It's more like somewhere between like non-bread to like a loaf of bread.
Oh no, I have
Yeah.
wheat. It would be real bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or real dough.
It's like it doesn't matter how drunk I am, I will always be able to make real bread.
But it's like, yeah, it's like a really like thin like cracker crust. Like you definitely didn't let anything rise. You just put random
mushy.
shit on it.
Mushy, gross, not pizza.
Why does this
Mushy not
pizza? Why does this pizza taste like rabbit and smoked dolphin?
Because that's what was on there.
Bruh.
There's a story behind the dolphin and the rabbit we just got the other day. Oh god, my head.
Mine tastes like moose.
I'll be honest, you guys. I was not at my best last night. I apologize.
I'd imagine as we're all starting to wake up, like we're just all stumbling and bumbling around, like that really bad hangover next morning. Like, someone turn off the sun.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys look out, to the horizon, because your boat just kind of floats, calmly on the water, you notice that today there seem to be a lot more ships at the dock,
Oh no.
Oh,
and
god.
that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh,
Session.
fuck.
No, we end the session with Fuzz finally in good spirits, jumps down into the middle of the ship. How's it going, everybody?
Oh god, my head.
And then, okay, if that's what he does, then Dirk is just gonna be like, they had a bit of a wild night, and he's just gonna put his arm around his shoulder and just take him to the other side of the boat.
Oh.
It sets off this like huge chain reaction where like everyone's like but Asilica's like in everyone's brain, which makes everyone go
I'm sorry.
Oh god, turn it off. Why?
I
Oh
can't.
god.
it's a feedback loop.
Oh god, my head.
It's a feedback loop. Feedback loop. Feedback loop.
Just eat it already. Just eat my brain.
It won't stop. Oh god.
Feedback is a melody in my head.
There we go.
I love this is where we're at, guys. We don't drink together. We pretend to drink together.
Oh god. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up chat. Oh, thank you, Deshaun, for the follow. Thank you, everyone else who's been here. This is this has been our night of drinking, which I might actually be what I call this episode.
Nice. It's a good episode title.
Not a lot of fighting. Luckily, this was kind of like our downtime episode, which was honestly a nice little bit of a break from.
Dungeons and drunkards.
Oh, there you go,
God.
Dungeons and Drunkards. Can you type that to me? That's a fun one.
Okay.
Or do file. I don't have a computer by. No problem, Deshaun.
Hi, Deshaun.
Yeah, it's. That was fun. That was really fun.
Yep. Good stuff, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the drunkie was cuddly.
Yeah. Deshaun, Zed's here. Zed's in this one as well. It's me, Zed, Blake, and our buddy Luke. Luke's our DM.
Hi, I'm Luke. You can't find me.
But you're right here.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
But
You'll definitely find him on our streams from time to time. He should. I think he's a mod for all of us, right?
think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Deshaun says, Luke, I want to puke. Hey, that was honestly that one was I think more on us than Luke was. the fact that we had mead was a last minute reminder to myself that we even had it still
Bro.
on the ship.
Blackberry mead sounds so good. We should make mead, guys.
We should
We should make mead.
totally.
It's
should.
not hard.
It's
Chavez,
not.
didn't you make mead at some point?
No, I wanted to, but when I wanted to make it, I was in the middle of like moving, so I never got a chance to do it. But the recipe that we actually used to make the mead for this campaign, the one that we just drank, is actually a real recipe.
Yeah.
Hell.
So, all right, everyone, that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Thank you for joining us with our Dungeons and Drunkards.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to catch this at some other point, this will be uploaded to YouTube. Hopefully by the time I go to bed tonight. If not, probably sometime tomorrow. If you would be so kind as joining us next weekend, we'll actually be continuing my campaign of Avatar, and I believe it is Luke and Geaرد's portion of that campaign.
Don't tell them where to find me.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying, we're doing yours thing next weekend. So,
Let's go around the horn real quick.
yep. I guess I'll kick it off. So yes, as you guys have been here with us, I am Wolf, otherwise known as Wolf Spain, 1025. You can find me here at Twitch or on YouTube and Twitter. I do gaming stuffs. That's kind of what I got. Mike, where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/BlakeTacado23, where I play games sometimes. I'll probably finish up Marvel's Avengers at some point next week. Wednesday, I'll be playing Deep Rock Galactic with Geared, the Geared Golem. And Friday is Borderlands with this chuckle fuck.
Woot!
And another chuckle fuck in the party. Or in
And,
the chat.
and also Geared, but he won't be streaming.
Yes. Brent, where
Oh,
can they find you?
chuckle fuck.
You can find me at twitch.tv/Zetimus and also at your mother's house.
Wow.
Wow.
Currently playing the new Tales of Arise. It's turning out to be a fucking phenomenal game. I even did the Trumpism with my hands, the invisible accordion. After saying that, I don't know, it's just a habit now. As well as shit, what else am I playing?
I don't know. That's why you're here.
My brain is still stuck on your mother's house. I don't know fucking why. Well,
She's really on your mind.
Put it to you this way: I've downloaded quite a few games that I got on the cheap, so I've got a lot to choose from. So there will be a variety of things. I don't know exactly what yet. Maybe we'll continue Fallout 4. But yeah, other than that, that's where you'll find me.
If you guys don't know,
Grandma's house.
you'll probably more likely see a few of us playing Knockout City as well. We do that from time to time as a group. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for being here, and we will catch you next time. Night.
Bye.
Bye.